Give it to me like.
Hey guys, welcome. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was in the middle of something. What's up, True Texan? Hey Amber. Hey No Madness. Hey Brandon, Kim. No Madness, I'm not even sure who you're referring to. Because that covers a lot of people. So fill me in on who you're talking to. Who you talking about? Because I'm not 100% sure. Hey Lacey. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't watched QB. I didn't even know anything about it. Hey, Moofies. And I am prepared to see my overseas people who always tell me, you go on too late. No, Madness, what happened with QB? I was referring to Jay. Hey, Ash Cash. So I guess there's more that I don't know about. Yeah, I honestly had no idea what you were talking about. You could fill me in, though. Or direct me where to find it. Because I really have no idea. What? Let me tell you where I got it from. Oh, I know she is. She's supposed to come back about Jones and Dietz in 9 years. Oh, okay. We're going to talk about that too. Not about coming back, but about Jones and something she's doing. But let me just start where this live came from. So I turn on YouTube this morning and I happen to see Moon was live. Now, let me just say this. I know a lot of people have a problem with Moon. And I know a lot of, she took some hits recently. I like her. I don't have a problem with Moon at all. And I don't look at what someone does like to someone else to a point. Like I see with my own eyes how she is and what she's doing on YouTube. So I happen to like her. I do. At No Madness, hear me out. But she was talking about Jay, and she was talking about something Jay was going after Tony for. So I go over to Jay and I listen for a couple of minutes and I'm like, oh my God. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I don't know anything about what QB did. Anyone who puts out, thank you, Miss B. I totally agree. I'm touching on that too. Moon to Loon, if you want to get fucked over again, go ahead. Speaking of getting fucked over, let me tell you about something. So I really give people a benefit of the doubt. I do all the time. So today I was going through, and I did this yesterday too. I was looking through some old Discord messages, like old groups that we have, and I'm notorious for not really erasing anything. So I was like, oh shit. And they happen to mention this other group. So I go over to this other group on Facebook and it's completely gone. Now, I didn't erase it. I forgot the group even existed. So it turns out that whistleblowers, I don't know if it's 1 or 2, decided to completely delete everything that we've ever talked about on Facebook. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure that they got copies of everything, but how fucking shady is that? I'm like, "Wow, whole groups have completely disappeared." You're talking years worth. Completely fucking disappeared. I was like, "Whoa, that is some shady ass shit." Stuff I wouldn't even think of doing, but I guess people that are shady do think of it. So I just couldn't believe the whole group is gone. Like, wow. I knew one of them had taken months to erase everything she ever wrote, but to completely annihilate the whole group, wow. It wasn't yours to annihilate, that's first of all. But second of all, that just showed me how fucking shady you guys are. And glad you're gone. Sorry I didn't see you previously, but do whatever you gotta do. You guys are the shadiest motherfuckers I've ever seen. And I don't fuck with that kind of shady. Sorry. And I just found this out 5 seconds before I went live. That's why I was a few minutes late. I'm dumbfounded by it. Absolutely fucking dumbfounded. But hey, whatever. Do what you gotta do. So, I alright, let me start with Jonesy because that's the quickest. Here's what I don't understand, and maybe you guys can help me out with this because I understand sometimes I think differently than others. So, I'm just going on my own intuition, and I'm a boy mom. I have 2 boys. One of them has autism, and I don't know how to say this right. Phoenix loves to look at himself in a mirror. He's funny like that. So he'll, like, get out of a shower, and he'll, like, stand there naked checking himself out. It's funny, but it's something he's always done. I was like, "Alright, Narc, go get dressed." He did it when he was young. He still does it now, but he did it really when he was young. But as a boy mom, I don't look at children in any capacity in a sexual way, and I don't understand, and I've spoke to Patreons privately about this. I don't understand why everybody is making something a child did into a sexual manner. Now, if it was CSAM, of course, that's sexual nature, don't get me wrong. But what Britney's kid did was an innocent, childlike thing that children do. Should it have been on the internet? Absolutely not. However, it's not sexual. And I've said this when it first came out. And being that Britney is a boy mom of an autistic child, in my heart of hearts, I'd like to believe she sees it the same way I did. That it's not sexual. Why is everybody making it sexual? So that's the part of this that I don't understand. I don't understand why everybody's making it a sexual thing. It was never intended for that. It was never meant to be that. It was never alluded to that. It was something her kids did as a joke. They thought it was funny. At the time, twerking was really big. So they were just being kids. And someone says, "Oh, they weren't toddlers, they were 15." They wouldn't have been 15, but let's say 12 at the time. That's a kid. That's an actual kid. But BFAN, that's not even part of my conversation. That's an actual kid. So I just don't grasp why people are making it sexual. So if I'm missing something, please let me know. Because it's very possible that I am seeing this wrong. And it's very possible that majority is right and I'm wrong. I don't have a problem saying that. But at this moment of the mother of 2 boys, It's to think of any child in a sexual manner is fucking gross. Now, on the flip side of this, when Sage was very young, my mom would, try to get her like really short shorts. I'm like, Mom, really? And she was like, "Honey, what is the big deal? They look adorable." She's got really long legs. I'm like, "'Cause there's fucking pedos out there that could do something. Well, I don't want anyone looking at my daughter in some weird fucking way." So she was like, "Laura, most people don't think like that." "Mom, you're not on the internet." "Yes, they do." So I see it from a girl perspective, but from a guy perspective, I don't. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm wrong for that. Maybe it's me that are seeing this wrong. I just don't think it has anything to do with um sex or a CSAM or being in a sexual manner or that it was done for child P or anything like that. Now, I did hear someone, I don't remember who it was, yesterday say that it was Melissa Jade, that's who it was. So Melissa Jade said that this is not the first time Britney has gotten in trouble or something for her kids. Hey, on for her kids, like loading something on the internet or on her channel. Her kids shouldn't have access. There's two ways to look at that. In one hand, yeah, they're right. They shouldn't have access. On the flip side of that, though, my kids know my password because God forbid something happened to me. How they ever going to get in? Just like I know their passwords, like I have them written down, although they change them, I got to get them again. But you have them written down somewhere, and I do the same. So I think it's good that Brittany has an open relationship with her kids like that, if that's the reason for it. I don't know if that's the reason or not, though. But if it is the reason, then good for her for having that kind of open relationship. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is, secretive. So if that's the case, I can't say it is, but if that's the case, then good for her. I just being that it's gonna sound dumb, but even that she doesn't have premium, I just think that she just never gave her kids their own account. But Melissa Jade said it's not the first time this happened, and she should have blocked her kids a long time ago or some kind of parental control. Okay. That's neither here nor there, though. But on top of all that, what I don't understand, people have been talking about this again for days. And I get the fact that they were going after QB and they were trying to make a point, a very valid point about the lies QB has said. I don't think using Britney's kid and that situation is the right way to do it. There are thousands of lies that QB has told, thousands, that could be used that doesn't involve someone else's child. The internet is forever. When you're new to YouTube, you can make a mistake. I know I did. I made many. And ones that you can never take back. But I don't know why all these years later, it's still being used to prove something about QB. There's so many other things that can be used. Go back to, um, what's her name? Aileen stuff, Dolly stuff, Betty stuff. Just there's so many other things. Queen Bee, there's so many other things that could be used to prove she's a lying piece of shit. You don't need to use Britney's kids to do it. And again, I don't think Joneson is using it in a, in a bad way. I just don't think she realizes that it's hurting Britney's kids to constantly bring this up. I know this firsthand. Firsthand. it's probably not something that Britney needs to be reminded of all the time, and not something that should be used. So, for those of you saying that calls her a predator, I get all that. But there's stuff she can use with her own child. Not Yeah, there's stuff that she could use with her own child to get the exact same point across without having to use somebody else's child. And Queen Bee has done enough shit to Jones's kid that she could be using her own kid, not somebody else's kid. That's what I'm saying. And also making it out like there was CSAM out there, and making it out like, Britney put it out, or a kid. It wasn't CSAM. It's nothing that should be looked at in a sexual way. And every time I hear a Cotton Candy reiterate, or the videos playing or anything, the more I fucking hear that, the more I cringe. Because why do you think this is sexual, Cotton Candy? Why are you looking at this as sexual? There's nothing sexual about it. It was a fucking child. It wasn't an adult and a child. That would be a whole nother story. It was a child who did this. Now, at first, I thought that it's possible that Britney did it. She thought it was cute. She thought it was funny. She thought her subs would get a good laugh at it. I thought that all along, until I heard Melissa Jade confirm that she has had issues like this before. So that's when I'm like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Joy, I'm obviously wrong that didn't fucking she didn't do this. Like, her kid obviously has access and could have easily done it. But it's so cringeworthy to hear so many people make it out like it's a sex thing. No, it's not. Stop making it. You wanna, talk about it in other ways, that's fine, but there's absolutely nothing sexual about it. The kid was playing a joke. And again, I'll say this, why anybody wanted the video or recorded the video, that's where the issue lies. But you don't need to keep dragging or talking about Britney's kid with, whatchamacallit, with Cotton Candy repeating the same shit over and over and over and over. It's just wrong, and it's wrong to do to Britney's kid, no matter how much you hate Britney. It's wrong to do to their kid. Crystal says, everyone is conveniently forgetting Joneson has had many people's information and pictures of their kids and threatened to use it as revenge. Do you know where she I know about the pictures and stuff, but where did she threaten to use it as revenge? I know QB did. Can you remind me of where Joneson threatened it? You have a clip, something? 'Cause that part I don't remember. I do know when she was in QB's circle or whatever, she absolutely had people's information. That I remember. But I don't remember her ever threatening it, unless it was in a screenshot or something, and that's why I'm asking. I do know she went after Crystal. That I do know, and she did threaten Crystal. She threatened to make a meme of my kid, but Joneson deletes her fuck shit. Oh. Oh, they are all hypocrites. There's no doubt about that. I'm with you 110% on that one. Whoops. And the hypocrisy just keeps getting worse and worse. But it was never okay to threaten children. It was never okay to bring up children. It was never okay to weaponize someone else's child to prove a point against someone else. If you were proving it against Britney, that's one thing. But this isn't being proven against Britney. It's all an attack on QB. Don't use Britney's kid to attack Queen B. Like I said, there are thousands of lies that Queen B has told against multiple adults. Multiple. You can go to any single live and find a lie that she told. You really can. Like, no joke. To keep rehashing Britney's kid is wrong. And I stand by that 100%. I don't care what he did. It was a joke. It was a child thing. And it was a child thing. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Stop weaponizing it. And that goes across the board, both sides, from Jonesin to Queen B to anybody. The only person that should be speaking about that video, if chosen, is Britney. That's it. Nobody else has a right to it. Nobody else has a right to discuss it. Nobody else has a right to do anything about it. It's nobody's business. That's Britney's child. And I'm tired of hearing, "Oh, well, it was on the internet." It doesn't matter. It should have been shut down immediately and never brought up again. That's it. It should not be used to go against QB. And believe me, I fucking hate the bitch. I hate the lying bitch, but I can promise you there are 1,000 things that I could go after QB about that does not involve anybody's child. No joke. So I'm putting this out there to Jones and to everybody. Just stop using Britney's child as a way to attack QB. There are 1,000 other things you can attack her about. I also don't understand why everybody's freaking the fuck out about being called a predator. Do you know what the names I've been called around here? I've been called every fucking name under the book. Do you know what it means to me? Nothing. I don't give a fuck. Why don't I give a fuck? Who cares? Outside of our circle on YouTube, think about it. Who's gonna care that you're being called a predator by some stranger online who lives in another state? Unless your name is in the title, your full legal name with a predator next to it, and someone could pull it up easily, that's fine. That's different. But when somebody just says it on a live in the middle of nowhere, I'm not saying that you wanna be called it, yarn. I'm just saying that there's a difference between someone in your real life saying something like that and a someone just saying on the internet. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, sticks and stones. But the audience knows it's drama. And I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I think people are taking it way too much to heart, I guess. I don't know how else to put it. But like sticks and stones, who cares? Now, should it happen in the first place? No. But I just don't think people should take everything to heart so much. If you know you're not, and you know that you're not a predator, then let it roll off. Like, I'll use Deets for an example. Deets has been called some pretty harsh names behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Do you hear her go off about it free? No. She just, okay, whatever. That's kinda how I feel. Chasing, same thing. Chasing's been called some heavy ass fucking words. It just kinda rolls off. You know you're not. You know you're not this person, so don't let it get to you. I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, I would think differently, but at my age, I don't give a fuck. Call me whatever you want. Who cares? So that's where I I get in a crossroads because I don't get why anybody is making this sexual, and B, I don't get why people just can't let stupid names off the internet about people that are lower than them, that mean nothing to them, that are less than them, why they let that get to them so much. I hope that makes sense. So speaking of, let's move on to Jay. And this what I just said, all sides with Jay comes into play. So I didn't know what actually happened with Jay and what Moon was talking about until I turned on Jay. And she had someone's picture up there, and I guess it was Tony's kid. And this also goes with something that fucking Betty wrote this morning on her community post, which I'm going to get to in a second. But why is Jay thinking it's perfectly okay to talk about Tony's kid and how Tony's kid is fair game? And she even went as far as to say that Tony has had 25 lawsuits. Jay, your buddy JLR has had thousands. How come you're not talking about that? Talk about a fucking hypocrite. She actually went on about how Tony is um sue happy, and Tony sues this one and Tony sues that one. Have you not seen JLR? JLR is like one of your best friends. And you're talking about Tony with 25 fucking lawsuits? Holy shit. And subs are in there like how horrible this is, blah, blah, blah. Why are these people so now? Let me just say, I've never listened to Tony. I've never watched Tony. I don't know a fucking thing about Tony. Why is everybody so gung ho in destroying someone else? That's the big picture that I don't understand. If you don't like someone, don't watch them. But this constant attack against them, exactly, Yarn, because I don't fuck with him. He's Seth Rogers' spokesperson, I guess, publicity guy. I don't know, something like that. He's part of the green team. But in my humble opinion, and again, I've never watched him, I'm just guessing, and the stuff that I've heard, in my humble opinion, Tony really believes that he's doing the best he can do for Seth. He tries to keep him out of the bullshit, or so I thought. He tries to keep him out of the bullshit. He tries to do the right thing. Hey, Aaron, he tries to do the right thing. He tried to be his friend, or tries to be his friend, or he is his friend. He thought he was doing something good by getting Betty on board. He thought he was doing something good by getting other people on board, which I think he did in the beginning, but that fell apart. Whether Tony is a snake, as they say, or not, then please tell me where Jay, Clue, Granny, Queen Bee are any fucking better. Any better. And let me also tell you, if I hear one more fucking time about these assholes sitting there going, and they did all this on the backs of Sebastian. So did you motherfuckers. You all made money and still do off the backs of Sebastian. It doesn't fucking matter how you did it. It doesn't matter which way you went about it. Let's use Nonsense, for example. Nonsense made her channel recently and all her money and all her views by going after Britney, going after Sebastian, put it under the guise of, oh, I'm telling the truth. I'm the one that's being honest. I'm the one that's factual. No, bitch, you did the exact same thing as Britney. You just did it under a guys with a red bow tied really neatly, and you were Captain Save-A-Ho. That's exactly what you did. You Clue, uh well, I'm gonna keep Clue out of this because there are some rumors that she might be related to the Proudfoots, which is very possible. I don't know if it's true or not, but we're gonna leave her out for a moment. Queen Bee, Betty, Brittany, Granny, J is for Justice. Nonsense. Please tell me how one of them is any fucking different. They are all exactly the same. They all lie. They all bullshit. They're all fake as fuck. They all think that they're telling the truth to their audience when they know they're fucking lying. They're all use Sebastian's name in their titles. They all hashtag Sebastian. Every single video is about Sebastian or the family or the parents. And the only difference is one side, the green team, has been more honest that they are making money of off Sebastian, but the other scammers, like I said, they put it under a guise with a big red bow, and subs are like, yeah, Brittany's so bad. Yeah, Betty's so bad. The main difference is the green team at least got off their fucking ass and met these people and are doing stuff. The only one that's ever done that is Clue, which is why I said I'm going to keep her out of this. She's the only one. Everybody else is doing the exact fucking same thing. They're all using Sebastian's name for money, and subs keep fucking falling for it. And they talk about, they filed a lawsuit in Sebastian's name, blah, blah, blah. A, again, it was never a lawsuit. B, it was the stupidest fucking injunction ever. And it was the stupidest fucking thing ever. And now they just can't let it go. They just can't fucking let it go. And it's going to backfire and it's going to bite them in the motherfucking ass. Watch. Barbecue lady writing this shit. Oh, we want to meet our accusers. Bitch, sit the fuck down. You sound like an idiot. Yeah, BHB's green team. It's just these people are no better than the people they're fighting against. And I don't know why so many people cannot see it. Stop thinking you're better than the people you're going after because you're no fucking better. And why subs can't see it, I do not know. Subs need to wake the fuck up and realize that they're no better. They're not they're lying to you. They're making this bullshit accusations. They're putting all this false belief into it when it's bullshit. Here you have Jay this morning going after Tony's son and acting like it's perfectly okay. Why are you going after Tony's son? What the fuck does Tony's son have to do with anything? He doesn't. What does Tony's son have anything to do where you have this angst towards him like he's free game? Now, what Moon was talking about, I couldn't confirm anywhere, but something about Tony's child that's no longer here. But the one that Jay was talking about, I only listened for a couple of minutes, but I believe is still here. So I don't know what Moon was talking about. I still have no confirmation. But let me show you Betty's post, which I saw before I went over to Jay's. Bullhorn Betty. Hold on. I just wanna look at something real quick on Betty's page. Uh, I was looking to see how much Betty covered outside of Sebastian, but yeah, it's pretty much Sebastian. Alright, so Betty made a post that says alright. Says, I heard once again, J for Justice, manufactured documents again and again and again and again and again to throw Tony under the bus. When are these people going to quit manufacturing stuff and talking about people's history without the real facts and not manufactured missing person flyers? The photo of the boy of the missing person flyer is not even Tony's son. How can people that do investigative work keep getting all the information wrong unless intentional? These people are intentionally trying to destroy a man's life for no reason and with fake documentation. I'm over it. The world needs Jesus, and if you content creators can't get your shit together, content creators can't get your shit together, get the fuck off the damn app. Jennifer is evil. She's too busy cheating on her husband, leaving the children, and screwing with other people's men to even do good research. She's an idiot. Okay. Betty is not 100% wrong on this. Okay. And I say that because if you don't know the history of J is for Justice, let me give you a real quick rundown. Jay left her kids to marry some loser and took off with him. Divorced her husband. It was all public. It was all on YouTube. I'm not saying anything that was private. This all went down while she was like a YouTube creator. And then like the guy, her current husband, like beat the shit out of her and it was a domestic and I guess they worked it out. I don't know. But again, all of this was public. I've never really had a private conversation with Jay, so it's all public info. It all happened while she was a creator on YouTube, and everybody knew about it. So that's where I guess Betty got that from. Um, at the same time, Jay is also known for manufacturing information. There was during the Chris Watts stuff, there was a time where because Critical K and Jay used to be a team back on Facebook before YouTube. They had a big fallout because Jay wanted to, I don't know, I couldn't even tell you, but Jay wanted to do something. Kay didn't want to do it. They had a fallout. They went their separate ways. But Kay became friends with people connected to Chris Watts. And Jay didn't wanna feel that Kay was above her, that Kay was doing anything that she couldn't do. So what did Jay do? She manufactured this person, Cans was the name. She manufactured this person, Cans, came on YouTube and pretended that she was Cans. Everybody knew it was Jay. Jay has a pretty distinctive voice. It was one of the most shadiest bullshit I ever heard. JLR was involved in it. Um, and I don't know if she ever truly admitted to it, but I think she kind of did. And everybody knew it was her and you let it go. And it was like, okay, Jay, everyone knew you were Cans. Get the fuck over it. Then there was some swatting that was going on in the community. Oni was also connected to Jay is for Justice. Jay was involved in some of the swatting. It became a fucking nightmare. But everybody knew how fucked up Jay was. Then Jay just kept to her little true crime, stayed out of the spotlight. Then she got sued for $10 million and lost from News Nation's main corporation just for running their videos. She's a shady ass bitch. Hey, Kim, she is a shady ass fucking bitch. So it doesn't surprise me that she hooked up with more shady ass bitches. Yeah, I don't think she ever paid. She never got a lawyer. She ignored it. And she got fucked. She got like a $10 million settlement. Whatever happened with it, I have no idea. But she's a shady ass fucking bitch. And people don't see it because, again, she wraps things up with a little red bow. And people want to erase the history of who these people really are. And I'm not saying not to like her. I'm not saying, anything like that. I'm just saying that when I heard her go off on somebody else for having 25 lawsuits, I'm like, girl, look in a fucking mirror. Look at your own friends. From Oni was such a good friend to JLR, who's such a good friend. Get the fuck out of here. I've been kind of listening while I rest, but Tony and his wife did lose a child to put them in a financial situation. J4J also showed Tony's wife and his daughter. Tony has never showed his wife on YouTube because she does not want to be on YouTube. And that goes my whole point, though. Why is Jay doing that? What happened that caused Jay to do that? Because in my opinion, she did it because the subs let her get away with it. Her subs are the same as Granny's subs, that are the same as QB subs, which are the same as Clue subs. Just like Betty, Brittany, what's his name? Justin, all share subs. So they see Queen Bee being able to get away with it. Then they see Granny getting away with it. Then they see Clue getting away with it. So why shouldn't Jay get away with it? Who's going to yell at them? Majority of subs are in their chats. So who's going to say anything? Who's going to care? That's why I keep saying subs need to wake the fuck up. Stop supporting these fucking scam artists because you are getting scammed big time. And that goes across the board for all of these motherfuckers. It blows my mind how many people cannot see it or don't care to see it. And that's not if you like Tony or don't like Tony. I don't give a fuck if you like Tony or not. Like I said, half of us never even watched Tony. I don't know Tony's history. But bringing up his child, showing a picture of his child is okay? Why is that okay? There's not enough content out there to go after someone that's still here? And the way these people hate bond is fucking crazy. Stop hate bonding. Just because you don't like Julie, don't go fucking running to Brittany. It's ridiculous to me. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. But again, I said it before and I'll say it again. Queen Bee sets a bar and people ran with it. So now anything goes. QB's still making money for doing shitty fucking things and saying shitty things. I did find out yesterday because she said it on a live. Late last night, I was listening for a couple of minutes and I heard Clue. I didn't really understand why she was going after Brittany so much. So she claims that Brittany said or put in a text, or I don't know where, who, what, when, where, why, or how, but Brittany put in a text something like, didn't she sell her child to her ex? Okay, if I was Clue and someone said that, I'd be fucking fuming knowing the situation. So Clue said she's never gonna get off her neck because of it. Really, Clue? Here's my question then. What caused her to say that in the first place? Everybody wants a everyone has a problem with the reaction, but they don't know especially if it was in a text, they don't know the context of why it was said, how it was said. Maybe they just got wrong information. And again, I'm not sticking up for Britney. But I have said stuff like that in a chat, not meaning anything nefarious by it. Maybe I just got bad information where someone would say, "No, Laura, that's not what happened." Okay, that's how I heard it. I don't know if I'm right, but that's how I heard it. Clue read a text last night or something that Brittany had said that. But it was more of a question Brittany said it. But again, I don't know why Brittany said it. I don't know the context of why Brittany said it. And again, if I was Clue, I would be just as fucking fuming. But why did Brittany say it? How did it come up? Yes, she absolutely did. But what caused it? Like, again, that sounded like it was a reaction from Brittany to something. But these people have been coming after Brittany for a long time. And people don't like when people respond. And I've noticed that. QB sitting over there like, I forgot what she said. Something about, or Clue, something about, we're not going to get off of them because of this and this. You've been talking about these people far longer than they've talked about you. So I don't understand why it's okay for one, but not the other. Do you think people aren't going to react? You go after someone's family, you go after someone's kid, they're gonna react. They're gonna eventually react, whether you like it or not. And I don't get why more people don't see that. And I don't understand her either. I don't get her at all. You were friends with one, now you're on the other side because you lost your lawsuit. So now you're trying to be buddy buddy with the other side. Like, sit the fuck down. Yeah, it's yarn to a point. Does anyone all right, off topic for a minute. Does anyone know how to get rid of bites from a fire ant? Holy fuck, does my foot itch. And now it's getting swollen just because I keep fucking scratching it. Oh, it's the worst. It's almost like poison ivy. Itchy. Ah. I can't watch Britney anymore. It's too she's too victimized when she doesn't need to be. Meat tenderizer into a paste? Really? If you pee on it, I don't know if I could pee on my own foot. Put it in a paste with water or like rubbing alcohol? I know, but I don't have any Benadryl. I mean, I do, but not to take during the day. Alright, I'm gonna go try it. Hold on. This better work. Hang on. All right. Winston's gonna lick my foot. Hey, East Coast. Yeah, I had to run to the kitchen. This better work. Ooh, I put some chili powder on it. Meat tenderizer, chili powder, rubbing alcohol, and water. That's my mix. And the rubbing alcohol burns like a motherfucker. All right. Winston's gonna lick my foot. I don't know which part of this is working, but it is. Could be the rubbing alcohol. I can feel it. I don't have aloe here. Jellyfish? I don't have any jellyfish. All right, we're going to sit with my foot up. Hey, it's not itching anymore. All right, we're going to sit with my foot up and see what happens. All right, I just got to make sure the dogs don't bite it. Thank you, East Coast. You need to order some. All right. Let's get back to this. So I just why all right, let me go back to why is Jay showing anybody's wife, kid, and saying that it's perfectly okay to do? Why? It's not okay. Just because you don't fucking like someone doesn't give you the right to invade their fucking family. You just don't. You don't have a right. And we have fought for this in the drama community for the longest fucking time. If I talk about something with my children on my channel, that's my prerogative. It doesn't give anybody else the fucking right to discuss something that happened with my child on the internet. No. I can't tell you how long we have fought against this. When it comes to clipping, channels want to clip something. Clip something someone said. Clip something. But you don't need to fucking like worry about someone else's family. And it's just fucked up. And I don't get why this is now accepted. Why is this now okay? Why is this now that it's you can do it and nobody has a fucking problem with it. Everyone seems to think it's perfectly fine. No, it's not fine. It's absolutely not okay. Stop using other people's families because you have nothing else to talk about. And I understand they're trying to break her. I can't understand why. It's one thing if you don't like someone. It's another thing to bash them every fucking day. And here's another thing that drove me nuts yesterday. Hold on. I just don't want the dog licking my foot. Is listening to, I don't remember what live it was. I know it was Queen Bee, but I don't remember. I mean, she goes live 13 hours a day. So I don't remember which one I happened to stop in and listen to. I think it was her first one, maybe. B. Tim was on. The giddiness that these people got just from going after someone is fucking wild. I really think that B. Tim got a fucking hard on from talking about Britney. Why? Why do these people find so much pleasure in someone else's pain? And yet at the same time, they want to talk about how they're intelligent, how they're so smart, how they're so this. No, most of them can't even formulate a proper sentence. Hey, Sammy, Most of them can't even formulate a proper fucking sentence. So why do you get off hurting someone else? I have fought this for years in People Against Me. I said it last night. I'm going to say it again. If you find pleasure in someone else's pain or hurting someone else, that's your motherfucking problem. That's not your target's problem. That is your problem. Do not act like you are a better person when you find pleasure in destroying someone else. If you want to correct information, that's one thing. You want to say something, that's fine. You even have an opinion on something, that's perfectly fine. But that's not what I was watching yesterday or listening to. I stayed for about 15 minutes and I couldn't do it anymore. The giddiness, the happiness, because Britney's panel didn't get along, or because Britney said something that they found was just so over the top and they had to say it. It was like listening to fucking kindergartners picking on the bad girl, picking on the ugly girl, picking on the girl with the who smelled. That's what it reminded me of. I really thought this shit ended in elementary school. All right, maybe high school. But after high school, nobody goes to college picking on the ugly girl. Nobody goes to college picking on the smelly girl. You become friends with them and you talk to them and you make sure that, maybe you need better hygiene, or you know what I'm saying, though? That's what adults do. Once you get out of high school and you're not running with your most popular crowd or whatever, that's what you do. You get along with them. And their subs that are in there are no fucking better. The subs in there are fucking playing it up. BJ, I need okay. But let's back up, Sammy. Back up a couple of lives. Nonsense went after Britney. Nonsense is the one that completely started going after Britney when Britney was over there minding her own business. Now, let me also stress, I am an independent. I am not on any side. I think they're all fucking grifters, okay? Every single one of them, from Nonsense to Britney to Sinner to fucking Queen Bee, like across the board. Let me make that clear. I am on nobody's side, but I am stating what I see as an outsider. And as an outsider, yes, Britney and her panel did get a lot of stuff wrong. But Nonsense could have contacted her instead of attacking her. But Nonsense saw a way that she could make money on this, and she ran with it. And then it just escalated. And then somehow everything else got involved, and I heard that she no longer speaks to Nunya, and she kisses ass of her little buddies. She needed moving money. Another fucking scammer. Nonsense isn't going to change anything. Exactly. Absolutely not. But again, that's all under the guise of a little red bow that these people get others to believe under the guise of a little red bow. And they package it so nicely that they're not doing this for only the other side is making money off the backs of Sebastian. That is the only thing that Nonsense has made money from is on the back of Sebastian. The only thing Queen Bee has made money from is on the back of Sebastian. Even if it's second level, If you're talking about Britney, who's talking about Sebastian, then you're making money on the back of Sebastian. Clue is very involved in this case. Clue is making money on the back of Sebastian. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the creator making money on a case they're talking about, but every single one of them is drama. Every single one of them is, who can we talk about? Who's going to make us the most money? It went from Betty to Britney. Like, Justin, why can't you go after Justin? And I'm not saying you should, but Justin has done some far worse things than fucking Britney. But Britney's a female, so it makes it easier. Britney's a female, so you think it's okay? Because really, I don't see how any of them are different from each other. They're not. Britney just does it under the guise of being nice, and they do it under the guise of bullies. But in the end, they're all the exact fucking same. And they're all scamming the exact same. No, QB used to claim to be true crime, and then it changed. But nonsense, again, with the big red bow, let's tie it up nice and neatly. Nonsense, who was looking into all of the facts of the case. If you're not into true crime, Sammy, you're not going to look up facts of a case. You're not going to get proper, quote unquote, information about a case. That's not what you're going to do. You're not going to have all this information of a case if you're not true crime, or if you're not grifting in order to make money. And that's all she does. Anybody that can't see what nonsense did, please open your eyes a little more, because all she did was use Britney and use this case to make money with a big red bow. That's it. Queen Bee, same thing. BHB, same thing. Justin, same thing. Betty, same thing. All the same. Every single one of them, exactly the same. Britney, same thing. Britney had, and let's go back to Granny. Granny only started talking about this case because Britney was making money, and Granny was jealous, and Granny wanted that money because originally Granny was friends with Jonesin, Dietz, and she was working her way in that little group. Hey, Noni, she was working away in that little group because QB was so horrible. QB was so bad. But she was using that as a jump to get to Queen Bee. Queen Bee and Granny had some blowouts. They were fighting with each other. And somehow she weaseled her way in, just weaseled her way in. And boom, then her and Queen Bee became besties. And she kissed QB's ass until she got what she wanted. Then the Rico came, and we all know the rest. Sammy, let me explain. It doesn't matter how many people she covered in, or any of the players. It's still on the back of Sebastian. Any way you kind of cover it, any way you put a big red bow on it, it's still on the back of Sebastian. She had no reason to cover the players. Who the fuck is she? She's just another creator on the internet. Go find another case. Go find other players. She wanted to talk about the people that made money. Now, again, how do I know this? Because she started out that she was going to talk about everybody. She started out that she was going to discuss T-Rev and this one and that one. But none of these other people did she make money on. But when she talked about Britney, she made money. And Britney wasn't even bringing in the most. Justin was. And I think at that time, Betty may have been. But she went after Britney because she made money on Britney. Because there's so many other people she could have gone after as hard as she went after Britney. And she didn't change going after Britney until Britney was picked up by everybody else. And that all happened because of QB and her guilty fucking conscience and Granny. That's it. Sammy, that's wrong. That is 100% wrong. GW had talked about Britney far more than Britney ever talked about GW. Far more. But Granny has y'all fooled like she's something special and that she didn't do this and she didn't do that. You're all fucking snake because Granny is 10 times worse than Britney ever was. And anyone that has been on both sides sees that and knows that. People barely call him out because he's relevant, because he gets, 1,000 people in his live, regardless what he's talking about. But they're like that with all the guys. Show me what guys they go after, like for real. Sammy, if you want to come up here and discuss it, we can discuss it. I'm just not going to go back and forth in chat. I like you. I always have liked you. But you're kind of being snaked by these creators. You really are. Yarn, I'll agree with that too. BJ and Granny are as bad as each other, it seems like. I'll agree with that. And they all used to be friends. So it's not like they used to be close. But then you have other people feeding this fire and subs that want to feed this fire. And everybody thinking that this one's so much better than that one. Granny did do some fucked up shit to Seth in the beginning. Why? Because she was jealous of Britney. She wanted Britney's spot. She did not want her enemy, her number one enemy, to do better than her. So she did whatever she fucking could in order to counter that. She got on board with nonsense. She got on board with Queen Bee. She did whatever she had to do in order to be on top like Britney did. That it is what it is. And anyone that says otherwise, show me then. Prove me wrong, because I can prove me right. So prove me wrong. Granny faked cancer. And there are people that still say she didn't do it. Yes, she did. The proof is out there. But that seems to be forgotten about. All the shady motherfucking shit that girl did seems to be forgotten about. And some of these people judge relevancy by numbers. Don't judge relevancy by numbers. None of us, and I mean none of us are at that level to judge relevance by numbers. Because y'all have the same fucking people going live to live to live. And some people are in the algorithm, some people aren't. I had one of Sinner's videos show up and it had like this weird thing underneath. I'm like, I've never seen that before. I was like, what the fuck does this mean? So I look and it means that YouTube recommended Sinner's video to me. Some people are in the algorithm, some people aren't. It is what it is. I have a hard time getting new people. But all these people, that each group from the green team over to the B team, all fucking share subs and they go from chat to chat to chat. And then you have the ones that came over from TikTok that may have started with Queen Bee that are I mean, nobody, and I mean nobody, is at a point that when you hit $1 million mark, $500,000 mark, I mean, 500,000 subs, when you're at that level, then your relevancy matters. Numbers matter. When you're at where we're at, everybody knows once Sebastian's case ends, half these people are gone and half their sub count are gone. Why do you think nobody wants to stop talking about it? Jay knows this. She's been through this before. Queen Bee knows this. Chasing knows this. I know. I mean, look at previous numbers. Says everything you need to know. I'm talking my numbers during Making a Murderer, Jay's numbers during Chris Watts. Queen Bee never went to that level. Chasing during another case she covered. It's case specific. Look at Molly. Well, you can't look at Molly's numbers, but you know what I mean. It's case specific. And that is why none of them want to let go of Sebastian. They couldn't let go of Summer Wells until they found a new Summer Wells. They found a new Summer Wells in Sebastian. They will not let Sebastian go until they find another money-making case. But when they find another money-making case, then they'll forget about Sebastian. Show me when any of these people talk about Summer Wells. Dolly, too. He's fake as fuck, too. But he flies under the radar. But is there no other true crime going on in the world that the only people these so-called true crime channels, the only case in the world is fucking Sebastian Rogers, where there really isn't even a case because nobody knows what the fuck happened? They could have covered 15,000 cases by now. Law and Crime does. Every day, Law and Crime posts like 15 new fucking cases. It's out there. But they won't. Hey, Suzanne, they're afraid to because they know that money's going to dry up. The people are going to dry up. The people are going to go and they have nothing left. But Sammy, if that's true, then stop supporting those that don't and start supporting creators that do. It's all up to you guys, the subs. That's it. And people giving hard-earned time, money, everything for drama speaks volumes as to where people's heads are at. They're not true crime. They're drama. Putting drama in a case doesn't make it any less drama. It's still drama. Yanni, I don't get it either. So many kids are missing and not one of them, like, for me personally, I never said I was a true crime channel. I'm a case discussion channel. If a case comes up that I'm interested in, I discuss it. I don't need to know all the fucking drama surrounding it. I don't care about the players involved. None of that has anything to do with the case other than the parents, obviously. Or, you guys know what I mean. I don't need to specify. You know what I'm saying. But going after Tony, how is that helping anything? How is that getting anyone anywhere? Why is every fucking case that these people touch turned to shit? And then they wonder why real true crime people, and I mean the real ones, like, detectives, they won't fuck with it. They won't deal with it. They don't want to deal with it because there's all these fucking lunatics ruining cases. I got news for you. LawTube people may get mad at me for my next comment. I don't care. LawTube people don't appreciate cases being run by people who can't even speak proper English, let alone know what the fuck they're talking about. That's why you don't see some of these, what's the word I'm looking for? Viral cases be discussed by the actual people that know what the fuck they're talking about. There's a reason for it. And that's because they're not gonna fuck with a bunch of lowlifes who turn everything into drama, a bunch of felons who turn everything into drama. And the ones that have came in and left. The ones that have tried came in, gone. They don't need subs. They don't need, I'll use Queen Bee as an example. They don't need Queen Bee subs. They don't need, and all you have to do is listen to Queen Bee for 10 fucking minutes. And it's like, whoa, done. No, thank you. You can have this case. And anyone with logic knows that when she sits there and says, oh, well, all these people are making money off the back of Sebastian. So the fuck are you, bitch? Anyone with a brain can know, well, so are you. If you're talking about him, so are you. Plain and simple. It's not rocket science. And I don't get why thousands of people watching her don't say, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't even put it past Clue, Granny, Jay, Queen Bee hanging out behind the scenes, talking about how much money they're making, how wonderful it is, how they should never have a fight in public, blah, blah, blah. I don't doubt that for 1 second. While the subs are sitting there thinking that they just struck gold. They're in the cool crowd. You're not in the cool crowd, morons. You're in a fucking grifting crowd. You're in a fucking scammers crowd. You're in a liars crowd. No, but she claims she is, Sammy. She claims that she's true crime. B. Tim says you're not true crime, but she will claim true crime. Bad Wolf, I agree. That's why I'm saying it. I totally think they are. Granny's screenshots have already been leaked multiple times. We know how Granny talks about people behind the scenes. And anyone that's trying to make Granny a victim, please stop, because you're only making it worse. I mean, you're only making her more a victim. Stop making these people victims. Not one of them are victims. Not one of them. Not Brittany, not Jay, not fucking Granny, not Queen Bee, not nonsense. None of them are victims. They, uh, I'll be honest, how QB gets away with the shit she gets away with and the things that come out of her mouth. Talk about double standards. Hey, Whistledown, talk about double standards. The same people that have video after video after video about me doing even less are in our chat and think it's perfectly okay for her to say the things she says. So which is it? It's only good for some and not for others? That's what I want to know. My foot's a victim of red ants, fire ants. And in all fairness, Sammy, and this is not a dig, this is a reality. How much have you really heard from Queen Bee? Let's be real. Hey, criminal, she's on her panel for 5 minutes. She's either playing videos or her panel guests are talking. So really think about that answer. How long do you really hear QB express an opinion? And you don't have to answer that right away. I want you to think about that. And for the next couple of times you watch her, I want you to really think about how much is her and how much is her panel. Because if QB's up there by herself, all she does is play videos. If she's mad at someone, she'll curse them out for 5 minutes and then she drops a link. Very rarely is she on panel by herself offering an opinion or anything for more than 10 minutes. Think about it. And you don't have to answer me right away. But a lot of people think that you're listening to her, you're this. No, you're not. You're listening to her audience. I'm sorry, you're listening to her panel guest carry a conversation. You're listening to her panel guest discuss whatever issue is at hand. That's what you're listening to. And put that to the test. You'll see what I mean. Well, she's only been there more since Clue said how she doesn't like people that don't stay on her panel. I mean, it was such a direct fucking dig to Queen Bee, and I believe it. Sly, is there a time slot? Uh, you know, not a screen recording, time that because I haven't heard it. I was watching season 4 of You. Can you direct me? Or did she delete it? Probably deleted it. Timestamp. That's the word I was looking for. Timestamp. All right. So let me just show you. She must have deleted it then, but she has a live scheduled. Her page says her cover is a predator. A predator person generally refers to someone who seeks to exploit, harm, or abuse others, often for personal gain or satisfaction. Right? All right. Let me show you guys so you can see how fucked up this is and how stupid these people are. Okay? A predator person generally refers someone who seeks to exploit, harm, or abuse others for personal gain. What the fuck do they do every single day? Tell me. Do they not exploit, harm, and abuse Britney? Do they not exploit, harm, and do it to other people? How are they not predators then? If I had the time, I would put together a video of how they do this exact same thing. Every one of them. So what makes them any different? I agree she describes herself. She describes herself and all her buddies. And she's putting Jones in this. What satisfaction, I'm sorry, what personal gain is Jones gaining from going after her? She took away her monetization. She's not even monetized. But every single one of them go after Britney every single day for no apparent reason. They're never going to meet Britney. They have no personal connection to Britney. What Britney's house looks like doesn't have a fuck thing to do with them. And it's funny coming from people who are never on fucking camera and never show their house. But what we have seen of their houses, they are fucking vile. So let's see. Yeah, the only live she still has 14 hours ago. She took it off then. So she did 6 hours, 4 hours, and then another 4 hours all in one day. But everyone else is exploiting, right? 6, 10 hours one day. Almost 6 hours, 7 hours. 4 hours. There was another one on this. And these aren't the ones she put on members. This one, 7 hours and 6 hours all in one day. Who's exploiting? 3 hours, 4.5 hours. So show me who's exploiting, Queen Bee. Who's exploiting for personal gain? Enlighten me. 2 weeks, 7 hours, 5 hours, all in one day. Yeah, she dirty deleted. And the clip channels where in the past they would have it, but of course not. That's what I'm saying, Yarn. It's a lot of fucking hours. Just yesterday alone, she's on YouTube more than she's awake. But like I'm saying, all these hours, is she really on YouTube? No. She's busy doing other things while idiot B Tim and other panel guests carry her panel and talk about. I mean, you know how many times guests have been like, "Is anyone there?" She don't give a fuck. She leaves. She does it while everyone else is carrying her panel. And then she makes fun of Britney for falling asleep. What's the difference if she falls asleep or if she disappears? Because there are many times that Queen Bee guests are on there talking. Queen Bee's not around. Oh, she was busy. She was watching a live. She was doing this. She was doing that. Really? Come on, dude. Make it make sense. Someone has that delete a live. Who? All the clip channels are for her and won't go against her. All the clip channels that used to call out that kind of shit, like Hartley, Jules, Sapphire Jules, they used to call out that kind of shit. Not anymore. Now they just suck her fucking asshole. Hey, Marie. We already know she's a fucking hypocrite. That's nothing new. I couldn't tell you beat Tim as a full-time job. I really can't. I mean, he's got to pay the bills in New York City somehow. No idea. I don't know any clip channels that would have it. Whistle down. Do you have it? I went through Jones in this morning. You think QB is supposed to ignore Jones in? That's not fair. I'm gardening, so not reading comments, but fair is fair. Do you not know the history, Jamie? And there's a long history there. No, Rowena says she's a retired nurse, though. Like, she lost her license or something. She discussed it one day. Like, she lost her license or something. Or somebody discussed losing her license. I don't know. It was something like that. She had talked about it. But Jamie, QB is not a victim of Jonesin. Jonesin has done some shady shit. Do not mistake me. But so is QB, and a lot of it they did together. Neither one is no better than the other. Now, if somebody pulled her license or something, or somebody pulled her record, found out she lost it or something, I don't know. It was she explained all of it, but I was like half paying attention. So I don't know. Ow! But it was some kind of weird story. But yeah, no, she's old. She's like in her 70s or something. I don't know, 70s, but she's old. But I just think this is hysterical that she's describing her fucking self. Tiff, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Not one of them give a shit. They're all fucking scammers. Oh, I don't think anything came of it. Oh, she didn't read. No, somebody pulled it up and found out, like, I don't know, she had to leave or something, or she had to retire early. I really don't remember, but I know she did explain it. I heard her say she didn't renew it. Okay. Only thing I've clipped is the lawsuit fund donos. Oh, I could see her being a nurse. I could see her changing people's shit. She likes to suck ass, so it's a good thing. Proof of what? What do I need proof of? I didn't say anything that required proof. What, that these people aren't fucking scamming? Bitch, open your eyes. The proof is out there everywhere. Everywhere. Actually, as a matter of fact, you want to see what a scammer is? Let me show you what scamming is. Hold on. We'll have a little fun, and then you'll have to pay me to read your comments. But yeah, I'm going to show you what a scammer is, since you want to go there. It's only a 5-minute video. But let's watch one of the people that I called a scammer.
Let's have a conversation. And I just want to say this too, because I wasn't going to tell anybody this, because it's nobody's business, but I was just diagnosed with cervical cancer. Okay? Do you think YouTube is on my fucking mind and not what would happen to me if I fucking die tomorrow? Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. And I just want to say this too, because I wasn't going to tell anybody this, because it's nobody's business, but I was just diagnosed with cervical cancer. Okay? Do you think YouTube is on my fucking mind and not what would happen to me if I fucking die tomorrow? What would happen to my kids?
Okay, she was just diagnosed with it. This is on April the 9th.
Mistaken. If you think that you're entitled to my personal time when I'm logged off YouTube, you are mistaken. Sadly mistaken. I've got bigger things happening in life that don't concern YouTube or a fucking person's feelings. Ask Angela, okay? Ask Amanda. I texted them yesterday and said to them, this is what I just got diagnosed with. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I didn't respond back because I logged the fuck off and I spent that time with my kids.
Yes, well.
I'll put proof up. I need to put proof up. Anybody needs proof that I have I mean, that's what I mean. This is how entitled people are to you, though. Like, you're so entitled. You're entitled. No, Kim, it was 2019. It actually progressed already. It's full blown. Yeah.
You're calling anybody's doctor's office and acting like them is impersonating them, Ionic, Ron. And I didn't say I had full-blown cancer. I said I went to my doctor's office. They said I have cervical cancer. Not full-blown cancer, cervical.
No, Kim, it was 2019. It actually progressed already. It's full blown. Yeah.
Never backtracked. Never backtracked. I never said, when I sent that to Tina that I had full blown cancer, I said I just went to the doctor today for a pap smear and they said that I have cervical cancer and they proceeded to give me testing to get done to see if I had it. That's what the fuck I said. Never backtracked. I never said, when I sent that to Tina that I had full blood cancer, I said I just went to the doctor today for a pap smear and they said that I have cervical cancer and they proceeded to give me testing said, I just went to the doctor today for a pap smear, and they said that I have cervical cancer. I said, I just went. And they said that I have cervical cancer, and they said that I have cervical cancer, and they said that I have cervical cancer, and they proceeded to give me testing to get done to see if I had it. That's what the fuck I said.
So what happened was, I went to the doctor because I was having extreme bleeding. It was my mods, my friends, that told me I need to go to the doctor as soon as possible. I called. They got me in the next day. I went in. During the pap smear, she said to me, "Bunny, your cervix is fried. The slightest touch and it bleeds. I think you have cancer. We're going to order you for testing for cancer." She told me to make sure I have it well. That day, Ahmad was upset that I wasn't answering the phone calls. She didn't make a check and bleeding. So I turned around and I said to that Ahmad, "Listen, I was just told that I have cervical cancer." Which I didn't accept this. My kids are all I have.
I was just told.
It was a lot to take in. That Ahmad went into a chat room and said, "Oh, Granny's watching a cervical cancer. You're all going to fold." Then I had to mention that to all of you. I would have never mentioned any of that. Any of it. I didn't come on here and do a fundraiser. I didn't come on here and sadfish. I didn't do any of that. I didn't even want to tell anybody. It's nobody's business. It wasn't even something I fucking digested yet.
Yeah.
There. And you think because I send the paperwork proving I'm going for testing, that proves I don't have it?
Kristen, let us know what it
And
says.
that's your stupid logic? Is that fucking chaos system we're fighting all day? Fuck you. Fuck Gma. And that's your fuck you to Tammy.
And a big fuck you too, Jessica.
Because I'm a single parent. Okay? You tell me at the age of 33, some of you weren't making mistakes. Some of you weren't learning, you know, what's okay, what isn't. I'll put proof up. I need to put proof up. Anybody needs proof that I have fuck. I mean, that's.
And by the way, if you look closely, what they just showed didn't even test for cancer, but she certainly raised money for it. And she's going on, but at no point did that test say that they tested for cancer. She's a fucking liar. So I go back to, yes, she's a scammer.
That's what I mean. This is how entitled people are to you, though. Like, you're so entitled. You're entitled. No, Kim. It was 2019. It actually progressed already. It's full blown. Yeah. I didn't. The only person I said it right after I got the diagnosis. I wrote into the chat room and I left. Nobody else heard from me. So if you're, as a grown person, crying in another chat room that you didn't get my personal time, again, never consider what I'm going through on my personal time.
And if you want the other stuff, you can go research it yourself. But yes, every single one of them are fucking scammers. And it's all out there. You can find it. It's all out there. Pay me and I'll do the work for you. But until then, that's all you're getting from me. Look up J is for Justice, fakes being cans. It's out there. Now, to address something, and I hate when people make me fucking stick up for Queen Bee. I mean, yeah. No, this wouldn't be sticking up for Queen Bee. It's sticking up for Sinner. I want you guys to listen to this very carefully because it's important, okay? Sinner, Jonesin, whoever, let's say Jonesin, nobody FOIA'd her child. Hey, Mark, that is not what the fuck happened, okay? Queen Bee has spun it to make it out like they FOIA'd her child. Let's go back to where this began. This began because Queen Bee lied. And Jonesin wanted to prove that Queen Bee was a liar. So Jonesin FOIA'd the police report. The police just happened to send her the only interaction they had that day, and that was with her child. Nobody knew that her child was even going to be FOIA'd. Nobody knew that it had to do with her child. There's no way anybody could have known that. Joneson never admitted that she went after her child. That is a blatant fucking lie. Joneson never said, yeah, I foiled her child on purpose. That is a lie. I don't know who told you that lie, but that is a lie. Nobody even knew that Queen Bee's child, nobody knew that they were going to get a report on Queen Bee's child. They would have never known that. All right. If you guys think Joneson knew the date, you're insane. I'm sorry. I'm not buying that for 1 second. But she was out to prove that Joneson was a liar. That's what she wanted to do. And she did. She proved Joneson was that Queen Bee was a fucking liar. They sent her the only interaction they had with the police that day, or the only interaction that Queen Bee had with the police that day, and that happened to involve her child. Nobody went after her child. Nobody specifically called the police station to get information on her child. That is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. All right. Well, let's listen then. And I guarantee you, I'll put money down that I'm right. But let's go to it. Yeah, that she lied about Britney, with Britney's child. All right, you guys said it's on. Here it is. All right. With her 30-minute intro. Her intro is literally, look at this. And you dumbasses fucking sit there and wait for her. We're already 25 minutes in. 25 minutes in. And still nothing.
Serious? Oh my god.
We're at 30 minutes.
On the YouTube.
35-minute intro. Do you know how little respect this is for her subs? And so many dumbasses are like, oh, what a great intro. This is called zero respect for your subs. 40 minutes. Thank you, Bad Wolf. All right. Can anyone give me like a timestamp?
This. So you are purposely re-victimizing this child for days over something that happened years ago. And
Now that part I don't disagree with at all. I don't know who's on panel with her, but I don't disagree with it. That's what I was saying earlier.
let's make conduct.
Yep.
And he could lose his pension. You fucked your dad if anyone wants to take revenge. I went, like I said, I went to law school. I am used as a civil advocate. Those calls are not recorded.
What are they talking about? Calls are not recorded. All police calls are recorded. It goes through dispatch. Why are they saying it's not recorded? That's a fucking lie. Yes, it is. They don't not record calls. It all goes through the same switchboard.
You dumbass. So you knew exactly. I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to. No. I
She knew exactly
apologize.
what the fuck she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. But here, for those who don't know, this would be Doxing, aka Sledge Knuckles, talking about having a passion sex toy party with her friends when her police officer daddy shows up. And as she states, he then invited his police officer friends over so they could watch his daughter and her friends play with X-rated items
Thank you, good vibes. Thank you guys. Showing some love.
that they sell at these parties. This is sick shit. This explains so much about who you are as a person and why you do the weird shit you do, Jessica. Care to explain this, Cody? Cody being her father. What is it, Tamahachi Road?
And that's what I'm saying. Like dereliction of
Right here.
duty, misconduct in office. Like you've got so many things IAB can dig in.
Oh, that's one of QB's pay pigs, or used to be. I think she changed her name to Melanie.
Their ass for, even if they're retired.
Yeah, so here, this is what it says. She says this one time, and this is a transcript from her fucking live stream. This one time we had a toy party, a pleasure party. I can't remember what they're called, but I'm going to say pleasure party. We was getting wild, and my dad, this is what she says. This is what Jessica says. And my daddy came by and was like, oh my God. So then he calls his buddies, and they were like, no way. So I had like 8 cops deep chilling in my driveway. Girl, they was just chilling. They was all watching all the fun going on in the house. Okay, so then we go a little, what? First of all, if you're getting wild with your friends at a pleasure party, why the fuck is your daddy coming by saying, oh my God, and calling his buddies? That's some fucking weird ass shit.
The first thing I want to know, and I'm dead serious, and I'm not trying to bring children
on her channel or in her household.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I did my research before I decided to come up and speak on it. So yeah.
A setup for what? I'm listening for some specific. QB plays fucking people all day long. I mean, seriously. But I want to hear what was said this morning.
Yes, I did go come on your own live.
Wanted to take it all back from in the foyer. Was set to get whatever business Queen had.
Beth, I have more fucking integrity in my pinky than QB and her entire chat put together. So sit the fuck down, Beth. Integrity. And you're sitting in a chat with QB? Bitch, you wouldn't know the first fucking thing about integrity if it knocked you across the head.
In the days before,
leave us alone, but you're up my asshole every fucking day.
Right,
just like you're in here under an alt, Timmy Taylor.
Just suck it up.
It's not QB's fault what happened to BJ's kids. Absolutely, it's not no, fuck no. And at first, we thought she fucking did the shit for attention because I hadn't seen the fucking video.
Let me see it.
They all decided they were going to play traps.
Watching and talking about who like that shit came from his make you look good. But I will say this, anyone clicking that link better be fucking respectful because I'm telling you, her bedroom, that was it. That was fucking it. I'm saying it's gross as fuck, but you know some of that shit went to the front.
Hear me.
From the depths of her
opinion is it's coming out the top. Mine says her mom dropped her.
So funny. No, I hate.
Well said.
Okay.
Same thing.
Gotta put another one in. That's it. Hold on, whoever.
Guys, I need timestamps. I really do. I need timestamps of when Joneson allegedly said this and what QB said that was so gross. Truth it out, I said that earlier. There was a time that this was completely off limits.
When you guys aren't talking, make sure you mute.
It comes from like your root, and it comes
If you can find that part and
myself.
Maybe it's something. I mean, come on, guys.
I'm sorry, I was.
Oh no, that
Rowena, I despise.
I'll go grab.
All right, I just went through this and she did not fucking she didn't even play Jonesin. It was all been talking or whatever. So when did Jonesin admit this?
I'll put it in the back. I'll put it in the back. It's one of my.
over that shit.
But it was more like fun times back then, not so much like guttural.
Toot or growl? Toot for
Yeah.
yes, and growl for no.
Yeah.
Growl is
That's
equals a no. Where
Laugh over here.
I know
Sunday,
here I am.
Sundays.
I'd have a face.
speaking of tattoos,
Wow.
I'm all in. Children on my body. And that's just a rule I got. But no.
Figure it out. But I would never, ever get a fucking tattoo of any fucking man's face on my fucking cheek. What? Yahweh tat on the side of her face.
Jamie, the only thing Jonesin admitted to was getting the FOIA. That she admitted to. She never said she got it for a child. That is a fucking lie. She never ever said that. That is a fucking lie.
I don't fucking know. I mean, I guess this is for
crash out tonight and it may.
I always see it.
well, yeah, what the hell? The chat says it's a she should. Let me get back. But look, Brandy Wine's in the chat. What's going on?
He turned 6.
She said.
My good shit.
Say. Cody Jones's spank bank. Sorry, oops. I mean, oh, it says been dreaming. You know, QB only tolerates you because you're a big downer.
Oh, and
Is
that's
that
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
They get for food.
Oh yeah.
we give it to her, and then all of a sudden she just walk out, and it's like, okay, like she swallowed it.
That I agree with, Angela. That I 100% agree with. She should have never put it out once knowing that minors were involved. I totally agree with that. But she did not contact the police in order to get a minor's report. That's my point.
Nope, she spit it right on the fucking carpet, and I kept finding these little fucking pills on. Bitch, are you serious? So now it's like we literally
And a little.
they definitely are not.
I know, screensaver. Sorry.
You've been live
opportunity.
2 hours. You've been up here with me.
Acts the way he does in Discord. You and everything else.
Jamie, QB lies. Don't you get it? She fucking lies to you guys. And you all believe her shit. Show me where she proved just because somebody knew about something I'm not talking to you, Angela. I'm saying Jamie. Just because somebody knew about a situation, I'm telling you, Jonesin did not go after her child. That is bullshit. That came as an added bonus. She would have never, ever done it if QB hadn't have lied about the Britney situation. Plain and simple. If it all started with QB lying. If QB hadn't have lied, none of this wouldn't have happened. I don't care for Sinner, so I'm on your side there. But I'm just saying, facts are facts. And the facts are that QB fucking lies all the time. And she twists things and she twists narrative to make it fit in her own fucking game. And this is a perfect situation.
And got into lives, and then you started finding out.
Both of them. Because each photos they attached, just like they want to do to my shit. And
just
He's
little
like, I'm a
questions.
Sereno.
I'm a Serenial. I'm from Grape Street. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
we
no,
need
no.
to call. We need to recall that live stream and go call the police.
And I'm actually gonna like, I don't know if, why does that?
I don't know if Shimmy has.
I know. I'm sorry.
Autism as a shield.
How?
But
That's what we can do. Definitely agitators involved. So goddamn bored. I like to share all that stuff. We're gonna do that.
Stop.
My friend Anthony Stapleton. Well, I guess I
state, dumbass. Zip code.
How much Cody blurs his house. It was on this fucking police report.
All right, listen to me. I don't know how I can get through to you guys. So I'm going to try this again. Whether she's dirty or not has nothing to do with anything. Whether she's shady or not. Like I said, I think they're all fucking shady. I think they're all fucking scammers. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm just putting the facts out. All right. The facts are Queen Bee lied. She lied about the situation with Brittany. She lied about the entire thing. Jonesin was out to prove that Queen Bee lied. So she FOIA'd the police calls from that day. At no point would Jonesin know ahead of time that QB was going to lie about the BJ situation to the point that she would have to FOIA it. There's no fucking way Jonesin is a psychic and could have known that. There's no fucking way that she would have known that on the day that QB lies and says that she called the police for Brittany, Jonesin would have absolutely no way to know ahead of time if that's the exact day that she called the police. Use fucking logic, people. That doesn't even make sense. But Queen Bee's people are not smart enough to use logical deduction and put all the shit together. And we're not talking about Sinner. That's a totally separate issue. I'm just talking about Jonesin. And I don't fuck with Jonesin. I'm blocked on her channel. I'm not sticking up for her, but I am stating a fact. And the facts are that there's no way Jonesin could have ever known that QB was going to lie on the exact fucking day that happened with the daughter. There's no way she could have known that. So for QB to spin this fucking narrative that she knew and she FOIA'd the daughter is fucking ludicrous. It doesn't even make logical sense because she couldn't have known that it happened on that day. There's no way Jonesin would have known that, ever. Jonesin is not psychic, to be honest with you. She's not even intelligent. So there's no way she would have known that. Now, once it came out that the minor was on there, why she gave that to Sinner, I don't know. She could have handled it herself, but that's a whole nother issue. And I agree with everybody about that issue. But we're just talking right now about the actual lie and the actual FOIA of the children. The actual FOIA of the children. Jonesin could have never known, ever. And I hate to say it, Jonesin is a hillbilly. She's not exactly bright. She didn't even know the difference between a state and a continent. She's not a bright person. No offense. Not trying to, bash her or anything. I like her mom. I'm not trying to bash her. But call a spade a spade. And the truth is, there's no way she could have known to FOIA the child on that exact day. But Queeby spun that narrative so this way, it sounded good. But Jonesin could not have remembered that that QB was gonna lie on the exact same fucking day that she was told something 2 years ago. That's ludicrous. It doesn't even make sense. It literally doesn't even make sense. Thank you, Yanni. Queen Bee said she called the police station to report the video on BJ's child, which proves she never did. Then the story changed. Jamie, that's a whole separate issue. I don't know. I'm with you on that one, okay? That's what I'm saying. This is not about Sinner. I don't agree with what he did. I don't agree with even FOIAing in the first place. But the only issue that I'm trying to get at is QB had spun this narrative that they went after her child. That is a lie. Nobody FOIA'd her child. It just came as an added bonus. But it did prove that QB never called the police about Brittany. And quite fairly, why would she? It's not her business. I knew that was a lie without even getting a FOIA, because there's no reason for her to call a different state's police department. That's fucking ludicrous. Hey, free Karen Reed. Yes, free Karen Reed, for sure. Marie, it's not my war. It's their war to have. I'm just giving my opinion on it. I am not involved in the war. It is so nice being not involved in wars. It is fucking beautiful that my name is not in any of this in any capacity. It is a wonderful thing. That's why here people can give their opinions. I will acknowledge their opinions, but I'm also going to state facts. And facts are Joneson could not have known that she was going to get the report of a child. That is a lie that QB spun to make her a victim, to make more money so she can be the victim. And it just grew and it grew and it grew and it grew. And it grew to the point that now everybody thinks that QB is a victim and everybody targeted her child, and nothing is further from the truth. Nobody targeted her child. Nobody FOIA'd her child. Nobody went after her child in the beginning. I don't know what Sinner put out about it. I really don't. I don't know. I understand why it was FOIA'd in the first place. I do. Because and Yanni says you can't even FOIA a child. But her subs are not the brightest and don't know that. But to just think that Joneson is so smart that she knew the exact day that QB was going to lie. No offense to Joneson, but she ain't that fucking bright. Sorry, not sorry. Yes, the story has changed East Coast 1,000 fucking times. But the same narrative comes through that QB's a victim and people were targeting her child and how dare they go after her child and blah, 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 blah. And nothing could be further from the truth. She just can't admit that she lied. She never called the police about she never called the police about Brittany, and just say that. But she got wrapped up in a lie. And then because they put it out, like Joneson should have never put it out. But once it was done, it was done. But I think that cost Joneson a lot too, though. I do. Yeah, she's no Rainbow Bright. But I think it cost her friends. I think it cost her trust. She made a mistake. She knows she did. I think she knows she did. Somewhat, Crystal. I'll agree with that somewhat. But I don't think the people she runs with would do that. I'm just talking Nunya and Dietz. But QB lies on everybody, including me. But QB fucking lies. And then somebody calls her out on it and she miraculously comes up with some fake ass proof. That's what happens every single time. And people forget where it started in the first place or the logic behind it. There's just no way that could have happened in any capacity. unless Joneson is a psychic. And if she is, give me the lotto numbers. That's the only way Joneson could have known the exact date, like 2 years later. Because remember, QB said it was like 2 years later that this happened with her daughter in the past. So Jones, it maybe B. Tim writes down dates, but I don't know if Joneson does. I don't think she does. I think the whole thing is fucking ludicrous, but QB is not a victim of someone going after her child. Same thing with the Savage, and I fucking hate Savage. But bottom line is, do I believe that picture came from Google Earth? Absolutely not. Savage is known for going to people's houses, getting pictures, going behind the scenes. Somebody drove past QB's house and got that picture. However, Savage had no clue that it was her daughter's car. Savage thought it was QB's car. Savage got the picture that it was QB's car. Not anything. I don't even know if Savage knew she had a fucking daughter. So QB again flipped it around when nobody knew that it was her daughter's brand new car. Until QB said, oh, that's my daughter's car. You're targeting my daughter. Nobody knew it was your fucking daughter. So nobody was targeting a daughter because nobody knew it was your daughter. But she spun that around 15 fucking times that it was her daughter's car. And how Savage was targeting her daughter. Nobody was targeting your daughter if nobody knew. Unless you told someone previously or told Savage, that is your daughter's car. That's the only way she could have fucking known. But nobody knew. I thought the thing with QB's daughter just happened. Oh, I don't remember. I thought it was like a time later. But you might be right, Tiv. I don't remember. Yeah, but Savage only showed one car. Savage said the gold car or whatever. I only remember Savage showing one car. Or maybe they knew about the other car. I don't know. But that's another thing. If you guys remember, QB then said she had to sell the car because she flipped it in the same sentence. First, she said she had to sell the car because Savage had people stalking her daughter and that was dangerous. Then she said she was going to sell the car. Well, according to what I heard, her daughter still has the car. So Queen Bee lied 3 times in one breath. Literally 3 times in one breath. Because that's what she does. She lies. Okay, TikTok video of QB's daughter was years ago. The choking of QB's daughter happened the day before Thanksgiving. Thank you. But that's the FOIA wasn't about the choking. That was a different FOIA, right? I'm pretty sure that was a different FOIA. Yeah, the strangling happened, but that was, what's her name? Joneson didn't get that FOIA. Joneson got the FOIA about the dancing. Yeah, she never got, that was Sinner that got that other FOIA, right? And we're not talking about Sinner. That's a whole separate issue. I'm not going to argue with you guys about Sinner. A totally separate issue. But I'm talking the FOIA that Joneson got was not on, she couldn't have known what she was getting. All she wanted to prove was that QB did not call the police on Brittany. That's it. And she did. The rest, totally different. Yeah, Sinner got the Thanksgiving one. That I remember. I want a new car too, Enchanted Wish. Like Chris said, you get a new car and you get a new car and you get a new car. I want a new car. And why Sinner got that FOIA, I don't know. Why he wanted that FOIA, I don't know. That, like, I understand why Jones and asked for the other one to prove that QB was lying. I don't know why there was a second one. I know, right? They got body cam on Betty. But even FOIAing, like, again, I understand why Jones and did it. Why does anybody care about QB's personal life? We already know she's a fucking liar. That's true. Good point. If only Betty would sue us, we could all have new cars. No, we need Brittany to sue. Brittany's the new moneymaker. Yeah, we could use QB logic. He got it because QB does the same to others. She's too lazy to FOIA. She's definitely too lazy to FOIA. Enchanted Witch, I go BB Tim. Go tell B Tim how wonderful he is and how smart he is and how sexy he is. Bleh. I will say Narcos clips. Get some good clips of B Tim. She claims, yeah, but we knew she wasn't a single mom. We knew that years ago. She had said that she was living with someone. See, and that's the flip side. She shows arrest records, pics, houses, and then cries victim. I agree. Hey, True Texan. I totally agree. And that's the part I don't get, what people don't see. I agree. My little speech worked last night, East Coast. And isn't it better since my speech last night? Isn't it better when there's more people in chat? She isn't a single mom. No. Well, she might be now. But when she was claiming she was a single mom, she wasn't. She was living with some guy, and then she was with her ex, but I don't know if her ex is the same guy. Like, I don't follow her that close. I just don't know, nor do I really care. But I think her ex was the same guy who got someone else pregnant, I guess. And to me, it's just her personal life, so I don't know. But I do think she became single recently. But shit, she's got so much banked up. Shit, Barbecue Lady fucking buys her a new car. She could go buy a Corvette with what Barbecue Lady has given her. Brand new. I think it's funny. I really do. I am not going to lie. I think it's fucking funny. Because one day Barbecue Lady's going to wake up and be like, why did I give her so much money? I mean, you're talking thousands a week. Thousands. Why? Like, literally, why? It's fucking weird. Yeah, she does make lots of views. But Barbecue Lady herself, you're talking thousands a week. Why? Because she has your back? Like, what the fuck? Weird. Yeah, Barbecue Lady is dropping at least 4,000 or 5,000 a week for her. And I'm not joking either. I'm serious. She literally drops 4,000 a week. I mean, honestly, I don't count it, but I should. So I can give you guys an exact number, but it's thousands a week. I don't know why Barbecue Lady wouldn't have money for herself. Like, it's fucking weird. All right, she's single now. Hold on, I missed that. She's single now, Angela, but she was in the past. She's in a legal case with ex's new woman for threatening her. Almost beating the shit out of her. I know, right? We said that too, joking around. We need a barbecue lady. Nah, but that's just crazy. If you got a FOIA about a creative situation with their kid, then I agree with you, but that wasn't my issue. I'm 100% in agreement about passing it around, why she gave it to Sinner. I'm not arguing that. The only thing I was saying was that nobody went after her kid and nobody FOIA'd her child. That's all I was saying, and I hope people understand that. Because I agree with you about Sinner. I agree with you about passing it around. Don't know why she gave it to fucking Sinner in the first place. I don't know. No, she didn't need to. So I don't know. All I was trying to prove a point is that she never gave it to, she never FOIA'd her child. And that's the narrative that seems to be going around. Oh, it's on Super Chats. You see it every day, Free Karen. You literally see it every day. $50 memberships is $400, I believe. It's either 300 or 400. She does those twice a day, plus 20s, plus hundreds. I would never either. And they say that she's getting it from someone else. If my friend had that much money to give me, I'm sorry, I'm going to use it for me. I'm going to give it to my children. I'm going to give it to I don't know. I'm going to do something positive with it. I'm not going to give it to a fucking felon creator. How fucking stupid are you? Oh, yeah, you can see it. Super Chats. Yeah, exactly. That's why you get free memberships. But I'm telling you, it's literally thousands a week. It's probably more than $4 or $5 grand. I'm kind of lowballing it. Every time QB goes live, she drops at least 50 memberships. Among 20s, 100, another 100. I'm going to count it. I'm going to go back and count it one week. And you guys are going to see it. It's probably more than that. And that's every single week. It's fucking weird. Because if I'm right, that's $20,000. $20,000 a month. So minus 45% or 40% that YouTube gets, I'm just using 45, and cut that in half, 10 grand. We'll say 50% after taxes or whatever. That's $10,000 a month that you're giving another creator. Why? Why don't you take that $10,000 a month and go buy yourself something? Go on vacation. Go do something. You have nothing else to spend money on than a fucking felon who lies out her ass, who doesn't even give a fuck about you? Like, don't you have children that you could give that money to? Like, shit, if someone was handing me money like that, I would put aside 1,000 out of that each week for my children and give them each that much money. Like, it's fucking weird. But yet, you're just going to give it to some creator on the internet instead of your children. Okay, barbecue. That makes a lot of sense. Like, what are you trying to buy? QB doing, she your pimp or something? Like, it's fucking weird. Yeah, no, Jonesin was the only one that FOIA'd that one. The first one. I don't know about the second one. Exactly, good vibes. I'm saying that too. But she thinks she's doing it like to piss people off. Every single person I know will joke about it, but every single person I know says the exact same thing. That makes you look like an asshole, barbecue. You look like the stupidest idiot. And again, everyone knows you have children. Give it to your mom. I know you and your mom have like a bad relationship, But if someone was giving me that much money, give it to your mom. Give it to family. Like, bank it. Do something. It's just sick that you just hand it all over to YouTube. And I would say that about anybody, not just her. I would say it about anybody. Kim, 42 months. Woohoo! That's a long time. Good vibes. Are you telling me I'm not a celebrity? I am a celebrity. Kimberly Machowski thinks I'm a celebrity. So, nah. No. Right, Kim? 55 months. Damn. Damn, Good Vibes loves me. Woohoo. I think you might be the longest, Good Vibes. 55 months. Dang. You, Kim A's up there too. Dang, 55. That's a long ass time. Shit. Thank you, East Coast. Woo woo. Aaron, 47 months. Dang, you guys. I love you guys. That's a long ass time. We need some more members to be building. Telling you, I'm going to turn it into a LOL community. You know what the funny thing is, Karen Reed? She really doesn't. And Barbecue still throws money at her. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't care. You need love that bad? You know, that you're just going to fucking, it's weird. Like, it's YouTube. At the end of the day, it's fucking YouTube. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. But whatever. I know she's doing something behind the scenes. I know, Aaron, and I so appreciate it. Barbecue pays QB for protection, so QB will have her back. I don't know. She's paying her for something. Maybe she's dealing meth on the side. Noni coming in with 25 months. Woohoo! Now, you guys are great. That's still over 2 years, Noni. I know you love me the most, Kim. The mostest. That's why I said, if anyone thinks I'm a celebrity, it's you, Kim. And I mean that in a fun way, not in a negative way. I'm just going on. Who knows what's going? I agree. So I just can't imagine. Maybe she's giving it back to her. Who knows? Maybe she's not really giving it to her and it's all a setup. And she gives the money back to Barbecue Lady besides what goes to YouTube. I don't know. I just can't for the life of me understand why she would give her so much money. Any creator. I don't care who it is. She's selling drugs. It's fucking weird. Like, we see in the LOL community 20, a lot of 20s because they don't read comments unless it's a 20. By the way, does anyone know what app they use to call out comments? Someone told me it's an app. I don't know what app it is, but I would love to know because I want to hook it up. No, QB doesn't give any money. You don't know how to buy memberships? Oh, you do it the same way that you would buy your membership. And then it says gift a membership. Like, if she didn't have kids or something, I get it. And she thinks people are jealous. Nobody's jealous, dude. They think you're an idiot. And allegedly it comes from her friend. Well, I don't know. But maybe your friend should reevaluate giving you money just to give to QB. Just saying. QB would never give the money back. Oh. Would you, QB, give the money back to her. She's selling drugs and pills and everything. She's got to be. This lady is fucking crazy. I know, right? Free Karen. I'd like to find her too. Thank you, Sly. Sly just gifted 5. Woohoo! I can't see who got them. Let me come over here. Let me update over here. Tiff got one. Bowie Girl got one. Momo got one. Katie Girl. Miss Blue. Woohoo! I am bawling like a barbecue lady. Why are you bawling? Bawling means crying to me. Turtle Boy, everyone's got the app, but I don't know what the app is called. Because I really do like that. And Keemstar has it set up where it's any super chat where they read it out. Well, his is for $20, but I would do all of them. All right. I didn't hear her QB. We're almost at the end, and I haven't heard anything about her going off on them.
That she specifically got out of court. You're a fucking lying piece of shit.
You need to add for us to understand what you're looking for? No, because I'm just asking for your call logs.
Okay, notice how she said that? You can tell right there she was lying. I'm just asking for your call logs. Right there. That's a lie.
But that's not a lie. That's exactly what it went down. This is fucking weird. Angela, I cannot watch her for that main reason. That's the one thing I give QB credit for is she keeps all super chats at once, so it's not interrupting every 5 seconds. Clue needs to realize how annoying it is. And there's nothing wrong with getting a lot of super chats, but there's nothing more annoying when that's the only focus of the live because everyone is interrupted every 30 seconds. That's annoying. Thank you, True Texan. 3,998 to go. Exactly. And then I'm set.
And you can tell she's lying because her whole damn fucking tone changes.
Not Rebecca's. Galesburg.
Another lie. Because she didn't ask for any call logs at all. Call logs was never even a part of the goddamn FOIA. Nothing to do with call logs.
And again, QB is lying because that's the only thing that Jonesin was trying to prove, that QB was a liar and that she never called over Brittany's kids. What else would Jonesin be after? If it wasn't call logs, then what else would she have been after? Oh, Moneyball. All right, I get it. I get it.
I need you to get that through your fucking head.
This dense bitch sits here and fucking lies talking about, I need you to get that through your head. No, because we know you're a fucking fat mouth ass fucking lying ass bitch.
Projection.
My fucking subscribers over here know what time it is. They're not fucking stupid. That's the best part about all of this. You are sitting over there trying so fucking hard. You got your ears smoking trying to lie on me. Nobody cares. We know you're fucking lying, bitch. They were here to see it for themselves. They're not fucking stupid. The fact that you...
Au contraire. Yes, they are. Because just a little bit of logic, can tell you that's what Jonesin was looking for to prove that QB was lying. Plain and simple. I just don't know why this even escalated. Jonesin wasn't out to do anything other than prove that QB was a liar. That's all she wanted to do. The only way to do that would have been with call logs. So QB's entire fucking plot over here makes no sense to anybody that has followed it from jump.
Think people are that fucking stupid is mind-boggling to me. Okay, let's keep in mind, she is the original OG FOIA predator ass bitch that filed a fucking FOIA report on a specific date because she knew I had these fucking shit, this video, inappropriate video of my fucking daughter on a TikTok sent to me, tries to act like it's about Brittany. You know, you was trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho.
Okay, now let's dissect this for a minute. She just claimed that Joneson, specifically on a specific date, wanted to get the information. Why? Again, how would Joneson know that QB was going to lie on that date? How could she have possibly known that? She couldn't have. Now, I'm going to back it up because she said something that I forgot, but it was an important point.
And you can tell she's lying because her whole damn fucking tone changes.
Not Rebecca's. Galesburg.
No, another lie. Because she didn't ask for any call logs at all. Call logs was never even a part of the goddamn FOIA. Nothing to do with call logs.
I need you to get that through your fucking head.
This dense bitch sits here and fucking lies, talking about, I need you to get that through your head. No, because we know you're a fucking fat mouth ass fucking lying ass bitch. My fucking subscribers over here know what time it is. They're not fucking stupid. That's the best part about all of this. You are sitting over there trying so fucking hard. You got your ears smoking trying to lie on me. Nobody cares. We know you're fucking lying, bitch. They were here to see it for themselves. They're not fucking stupid. The fact that you think people are that fucking stupid is mind-boggling to me. Okay, let's keep in mind, she is the original OG FOIA predator ass bitch that filed a fucking FOIA report on a specific date because she knew I had these fucking shit, this video, inappropriate video.
She filed on a specific date because she knew that I had this inappropriate video of my daughter that was sent to me. They weren't friends. They weren't friends when this went down. That's a lie. If this incident happened 2 years prior, again, there is no way that Joneson, not being friends with Queen Bee at this point, would have known on that. And again, Joneson is not the brightest. She wouldn't have known that QB was going to lie on the exact same day that this incident happened. They were friends when the situation happened. They were not friends when Joneson put in the FOIA. Joneson had no idea that QB was going to lie about Brittany on the same day that QB had called about her kid. Not happening. Joneson is not that intelligent. And I am not arguing the fact it should have never been passed around. That's a totally separate issue. I'm not Joneson. I can't speak for Joneson. I don't know why. I can only assimilate why she may have given it to Sinner, which I'll get to in a minute. But Joneson had no way to know that QB was going to lie on the exact same day that she called the police. No matter how much you hate Joneson, you have to use some logic. Neither of them are that fucking bright.
Video of my fucking daughter on a TikTok sent to me, tries to act like it's about Brittany. You know,
she wasn't friends with Jonesin when she allegedly got this video, according to what QB is saying. Now, again, let me lay it out. QB is saying that she got the video on the day that Jonesin called the police. So that or called for the FOIA. They were not friends. Therefore, there's no way Jonesin could have known about QB getting this video on this day if they weren't friends. You see how everything has changed? Logically, Jonesin couldn't have known because they weren't friends. So if the situation happened 2 years ago, why is QB just calling the police now? And why did it happen now? You see my point?
You was trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho so you could specifically dox me and my fucking kid. That's exactly what it is.
You're not a victim, QB. Nobody doxed your kid. Nobody doxed you. I don't even think Sinner doxed her kid. I think everything was redacted. What happened in private, I'm not privy to. I don't know. But what was shown, I still don't know her daughter's name. I still don't know it. I still don't know anything about the situation because I don't care. Crystal, I don't understand how you don't understand the logic. Jones, according to QB's own words right now, her own words, she received a video on the exact same day that Jonesin FOIA'd it and Jonesin knew about it. That's what QB just said. She didn't say this happened 2 years ago and her and Jonesin had discussed the situation. She said specifically just a minute ago that she received a video on the same day that Jonesin called in the FOIA. They were not friends. There's no possible way that happened unless Jonesin's a psychic.
Ellsberg. This is all I did. Then I submitted it. A couple hours later,
now pay attention to what she says. Ready? Griffin, Georgia says,
this is all I did. Then I submitted it. A couple hours later, I got the information I was looking for.
I got the information I was looking for. Exactly. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was looking for.
The information that Jonesin was looking for is to prove that QB did not call over Brittany's child. That's it. That's the information she was looking for. Nobody on YouTube, in my opinion, cares or should care about QB's daughter's video on TikTok having an issue. None of that matters to any of us. Maybe to Sinner or a couple of other people. But Jonesin would have no reason to call that in. She would have no reason to get that information because nobody gives a fuck. It doesn't even have to do with QB. I mean, I'm sure there are some sick people that might care. Again, Jamie, I'm going to say this one last time and then I'm moving on. QB said 5 minutes ago, if you want, I'll play it again. QB said 5 minutes ago that she received a video of her daughter's TikTok on the day. I agree with you, Crystal. On the day that Jonesin FOIA'd it. That is her own words. QB just said that Jonesin must have known that she got this video on the same day that Jonesin FOIA'd it. Jonesin could have never fucking known that. Again, QB is lying. How you guys don't see that, I don't know. But she just said that. And again, if you want me to play it again, I will. But she just said she received a video on the day that Jonesin FOIA'd it. She's lying to you guys. Again, Jonesin sending it to Sinner, can't tell you. But my own personal opinion, this is just an opinion, not backed by anybody. My opinion is Sinner was going after Queen Bee. Queen Bee was fighting with Sinner. So Jonesin gave it to him like, here you go. You want to call her out for this? She lied about whatever. She lied about it. It's not true. So do yourself a favor. Go after her for it. That's why I think it went to Sinner. I don't believe anybody cared about her child. Maybe Sinner. I don't know. I don't think anybody cared about her kid. She is the only one that made this about her child. Nobody else. I don't remember if Sinner did, but I know Sinner took a lot of shit for it.
She knew exactly what she put in. She knew exactly what the fuck she was looking for. But oh, hold on. She caught herself. Oh, fuck. She caught herself. She got to backtrack real quick.
Actually, not the information I was looking for.
Oh, yeah, absolutely the information you were looking for. You just slipped up and fucking told on yourself.
But other information that I wasn't looking for, but I did get a response.
No, it was the information you were looking for, and you got the response that you was looking for, that you asked for.
Say that. Because at the time, I knew she was bull.
And listen, the whole tone of her voice right here, she changes again. Ready?
Did get a response. I'll say that.
Watch.
Because at the time, I knew she was bullshit.
Right there. I knew she was bullshit.
Everybody knew QB was bullshitting. Everybody. There was, except for QB's idiot chat and probably barbecue lady, everybody knew QB was lying. You did not call your local police department about Brittany's child's video. That's bullshit. And everybody knew it.
Knew she did not make any kind of report.
She knew there was no report being made. She knew that. She knew for a fucking fact. Because why would I call and make a fucking police report on Brittany J?
Here reminds me of Molly. Molly used to pull shit like this and gaslight her people. But with every single narcissist, there is a bit of truth always shown. What QB just said is dead on point. You can't ask for a more on point sentence. She is 100% correct. That is exactly what everyone says. So what does QB do? She goes ahead and says it and makes it out like nobody could do it, but that clears her narcissistic conscience of doing wrong because she just said exactly on point.
First of all, Brittany J should have made a fucking police report. She should have taken care of her own fucking children in her own fucking house. I shouldn't have had to been the one to fucking say, oh, you guys, let's take it down. Everybody take it down and clean up her fucking mess. That's what I shouldn't have had to do. And I'll never do it again.
QB, you shouldn't have been involved in it in the first place. You inserted yourself in that for no reason. So, yeah, you shouldn't have been in it in the first place.
Never in my motherfucking life will I ever defend this bitch for any fucking reason whatsoever. Oh, Jonesin, I got my fucking paperwork back. You're a fucking lying ass sack of shit. You did give that shit to David. There's only one motherfucker that got that paperwork that day. The same day that yours is dated is the same day that his is dated. And I knew when I got it back, your ass was grassy. You are the one that gave it to him.
See, and this is the problem with these players. Here's the problem. Both of them made QB a victim. Betty makes QB a victim. All these people have it right to start, and then they fuck it up and they make QB a victim. That's the problem. And that's what they continually do. By jonesing giving that to Sinner, instead of just handling it herself and saying, I have the fucking proof she never called, and let QB run her own mouth to the ground like she always does, that would have been acceptable. But she didn't do that. It went to Sinner, who exploited, who did this. Next thing you know, QB's a victim. And that's what she's claiming up here, that she's a victim. It's fucking ridiculous. Stop. If you have proof of something, stop making the other person a victim. Because once you make the other person a victim, it's all over.
Yep. Sure the fuck I did. I told you, Kia, I was gonna get it back. I fucking was gonna get it back. And I got the motherfucker back. Yeah, snake shit. We already knew. We already know. I mean, we already knew it was some snake shit. We already knew she was on some bullshit. But here, just to show y'all. Because it just popped in a little bit ago. So this right here came back.
Flutter, she lied. She absolutely fucking lied. Brittany does not live in her state. There is absolutely no reason why QB would ask her police officer anything related to Brittany's child. Illinois and South Carolina have different rules. South Carolina cop, I'm sorry, an Illinois cop is not going to know the rules of South Carolina. She lied to you, Flutter. Open your fucking eyes.
There was a request made on November 6th. A request, not two requests, not three requests, not Jessica and David. There was a request made on November 6th, 2024 for the following information. Any police report made on January 23rd through the 26th, 2023 made by... Notice how she said the 22nd? That was another lie. She said the 22nd. No, she specifically dated it for the 23rd through the 26th, 2023. And she also says any police report made. She didn't say call logs because I asked for your call logs. Notice how I told you, I pointed that out. Her whole fucking tone of her voice changed. You can tell the big bag bitch is lying. Exactly.
Welcome back. Now, here's the thing. Let's look at this. There was a request made on November something for the following information. Any police report made on January 3rd to January 26, 2023, which is the exact dates of this whole Britney shit, made by, I don't know why it's blocked out. She's doxed Jones in 1,000 times. So please tell me why that's blocked out. And made by a FOIA request. Why would that be blocked out? Just curious. Possibly a report made on an inappropriate video of a child being sent to her via phone, which could equate for either one of those videos. But the incident with cotton candy, I guess, happened January 23rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever. So the cop, not knowing anything, is going to send the only thing that a report was made on. Now, mind you, QB said that she made a report about Britney's child. That only changed after this came out. So just keep that in mind. This is all I'm saying. That what she's trying to gaslight her people on is basically saying that, oh, this was specifically about her child. No, it wasn't. That is the exact date of Jones, of the shit with cotton candy. It happened on that date. So at the time, everyone believed that QB made a report or whatever. Oh, wait, no, that didn't come out until much later. So then when it came out, all of a sudden, QB's like, oh, well, that changed. And I just happened to speak to him about Joneson couldn't have known that. She could have absolutely never known what QB spoke to the cop about, whether they were friends or not at the time. Because again, QB states that she got the video on the day it was FOIA'd. That's her own words.
Requesting call logs would never bring up a FOIA report about my child, ever. But her cop dad knows this, so I really find it hard to fucking believe.
QB, you said you made a report. Your own words stated you made a report. This is the problem with clip channels. Nobody clips the right stuff. These clip channels, you want to be a clip channel, clip the right shit. Because QB specifically said she made a fucking report. That is what Joneson was going for. That is what Joneson was looking for. Hence, they were looking for possibly a report made. Joneson didn't just make that up. That is because QB said she made a report about Brittany's child.
That she even thought she was going to get away with this shit. But here it goes right here. So why are you specifically asking for a FOIA on an inappropriate video of my child and a child being sent to me?
Bitch, it wasn't about your child. It was about fucking Brittany's child. But again, QB is spinning it that it's about her child. This is the proof people are looking for. Go back and watch Cotton Candy's video. It's the same date. Joneson was not going after QB's child. And this wasn't about QB's child. And how do I know this specifically? I'll show you why. Because in the last line about a child being sent to her via phone, that is exactly what happened with Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy was sending it to her phone. This is so obvious about Cotton Candy, not about her child. The part about her child is called gaslighting.
Why are you requesting that? You want to talk about somebody asking for videos. Why are you asking for an inappropriate video of my fucking child via FOIA report? That is a big fucking problem. Predator. Jessica Stapleton, you predator fuck. What I want to know is, did you learn these predator fucking habits from your goddamn dad? And no, your parents are both on this fucking platform. They both have motherfucking accounts on this platform. And you doxed your own son's fucking bus stop. Not only did you endanger my child, but you endangered your own fucking fuck stick of a kid.
Did she just say you endangered your own fuck stick of a kid? Wow. Wow.
Rebecca Turner, possibly a report made on an inappropriate video of a child being sent to her via phone. Yep, being sent to me via phone. You knew that. You knew I had a fucking video sent to me. You knew why, too. A big ass fucking fight had ensued with my daughter and her friends over a TikTok video. We're gonna pull that report too. That report is attached. They sent you the report to my fucking child.
Oh, I know Good Vibes. I've heard her say it. I laughed my ass off. Bitch, I don't need to be relevant on your fucking name. Believe that.
Now you see across the top of it. What does it say? juvenile report up here, to which you have on your fucking screen, and so does Sinner. AKA David Matzik is the one you gave it to.
It says juvenile report because that's the only report that was made. There was no other report made as stated by you, Queen Bee. You are the one that said you filed a report on Brittany's child. That was proven to be a lie. The only report that was shown had to do with your minor child. Again, Joneson is not intelligent enough to write down the dates and to just FOIA a request for your daughter out of fucking nowhere 2 years later or a year later. Sorry, not sorry. There's no logical reason why she would do that.
And that's how he had it put on his. So, yeah, here we go. Anybody that wants to FOIA David Matzik, he lives in Santa Barbara, California. He used to live in Mongalua or something.
Now this is called deflection. What the fuck does Tony Mathis have to do with you stating this report? You are doing exactly what you're bitching about someone else doing. Make it make sense. I'm not disagreeing with you, Crystal, at all. I'm not saying that it should have been done. I'm just giving the independent logic of why QB is fucking lying.
PA, I'm not sure. I don't even know how you say that. But yeah, you're welcome. Go ahead. FOIA away. Since it's okay to do it. Brittany Jackson lives in North Carolina. It's okay to FOIA. FOIA away. Carrie Thomas lives in Michigan. It's okay. FOIA away, right? It's okay. It's okay to be done to me and mine. So it should be okay to be done to you and yours, right? Research is okay. Public records okay, right?
If Brittany J went up and said that I filed a report on QB, how many people do you think from QB's side is going to FOIA that? Oh, I'd bet there'd be quite a few. We know how dirty QB plays. We know that Joneson learned how to play dirty from QB. So you're not going to tell me that someone's not going to FOIA it? Damn right they are. I don't know I didn't even know Brittany lived in South Carolina till yesterday. Why? Who cares? Why does it fucking matter? But if any one of them that she just doxed lied about filing a report, there would be reports made. There would be FOIAs made. No different.
That's what y'all say. So it should be what's good for the goose is always good for the gander, right? We love doing research. His screen. You're no better than Laura CPS, you piece of fucking shit. Exactly. You sit to FOIA a fucking police report of an inappropriate video that was sent to me of my fucking child is sick shit. What the fuck happened to you in your motherfucking life that you act like?
See, Sly, that shows you how much I know. Because I don't know if it's North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't give a fuck where she lives. See, there you go, good vibes. She played a video that included me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, QB, you have done so much worse and shady shit than I've ever fucking done. So you can use the one thing that I did 4 years ago, and I promise you, bitch, I have a fucking laundry list from here to California of lies that you've told that are 10 times more shady. And I own my shit. You can't say the same.
That's a question that definitely needs to be answered. You want to sit here and say, I'm a predator. I asked for a video. No, I didn't ask for any fucking video.
She did ask for a video. That's been proven. That was just played earlier. Yes, you did.
I asked for a redacted fucking copy of what she was showing to not.
Why did you need it or want it in the first place? That's what I want to know. Why did anybody need a video of a child being a child? Now we're going to circle back to the beginning. Why did anybody need or want a video of someone else's child being a goofy ass child? That's what I want to know. And that goes across the board.
Be shown again on a fucking screen. You reached out to a police department and specifically asked.
I 100% back you on that, Crystal. I said the same thing. There is so much to prove QB a liar. It did not need to be something that could make her a victim. You don't. And I said this about Jonesin. She does not need to use Brittany's child to prove that QB is a fucking liar. Because there is a laundry list of shit to prove QB is a fucking liar.
For an appropriate video that was sent to my phone that you knew was about my child. That is some sick predator shit. That is some sick predator shit. And I hope the subscribers call you the fuck out in any way, in every way they fucking can. I don't know what about motherfuckers that need to be held accountable. David and Jessica need to be held accountable. Because when the fuck is it ever okay? If I seen somebody's kid's FOIA report, bet your fucking sweet ass I'd be saying something and I'd be sticking up for all y'all. So I appreciate y'all sticking up for me. And I've seen the comments. I've seen y'all sticking up. I'm proud of y'all. The subs matter. They make this happen. Y'all are the fucking numbers. You guys are the ones that make it happen. You're the reason we have channels. You're the fucking audience we talk to. You guys are the ones who make the difference. When they see their numbers dropping and they see people unsubscribing and they see people not watching their shit, that's when they start to understand. Hey, Alabama mama, what you doing, baby?
I'm sitting here listening. I just wanted to let the chat know that I heard with my own ears Brittany J say research isn't illegal and it's fine. So
yep.
If it's fine for it to be done to you and Clue, then it's fine for it to be done to her too.
And she's done it to Granny's kids. My fucking now, you know what I'm saying?
Do you know the shit Granny has done to Brittany? But we don't talk about that, right? Because Granny has been just as fucking dirty, if not dirtier. Just saying.
DJ's done it to Granny's kids. She's done it to mine. Well, she's talked about mine. She's talked about Clues. She's made comments. It doesn't matter. She's made all kinds of nasty ass comments.
That's exactly right.
She sits with fucking predators that do the same nasty ass shit, if not way worse. And then to make things even fucking, to make it more clear, the motherfucker sat on our panel and said, I am going real life and I do not care.
And that's fucking sick. What she thinks is okay to be done to y'all,
so
then there's nothing wrong with it being
anything
done to her
done over
too.
here can be done to you. Remember that.
That's exactly right.
You know what I mean? And what I tell you when you said something about starting a channel, what I said?
You said no, that it was not right now because it's too dangerous. People will be trying to find out who I am and who my family is.
I said, make sure you protect yourself at all costs and make sure.
I'm going to say this again. Alabama mom, your biggest threat is the person you're sitting under. That is who your biggest threat is. Other than her, you're not relevant to anybody. So even if you sat on a panel and lied, nobody's going to give a fuck. So you might be careful with the person who's sitting above you. Just saying.
Make sure you are in a mentally, stable place before you ever come to this platform with the channel.
You sure did. You always look out for me. And that's one thing that I can honestly say, that's why people stick by you is because you're not fake. You're real and you don't sugarcoat it
don't get me wrong. I make my fair share of mistakes. I'm not a fucking perfect person. I'm not fucking ever going to be a perfect person. That's just all there is to it. But I can guarantee you right fucking now, I've never went after anybody's fucking kids. I've never done anything fucking now.
Is she joking? Is she seriously fucking joking? You've more than done your share of going after people's kids. You fucking lying piece of shit. Oh, wait, it's you, so it's different. Bitch, sit the fuck down.
Nasty. I never have ever done anything wrong to fucking children. Ever. And I never fucking would. I sure as fuck do not have her fucking child on my screen. I sure as fuck would never put her fucking child on my goddamn screen. The only reason I say his fucking name because she says his fucking name and has him on her goddamn channel non-fucking stop. You hear Caden this, Caden that, Caden's cleaning his room, Caden this, Caden that. Just like people know my fucking name and can figure out my children's fucking names, they can do the same with you, Jessica.
I don't have a fucking clue what QB's kids' names are. I don't think anyone's ever discussed it. At least no one I watch. So that's a lie as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard her, Jessica or Johnson or whoever she is, this morning trying to like spin the narrative about that video.
Oh, she has been. She has been for a couple days now. She's been fucking hot because, I mean, the truth hurts, man. The truth fucking hurts. And she does not like it. She does not like it.
And like the way that she was trying to like show the video and spin it, it was so crazy. Like there was that Care Bear, that person that's in your chat all the time. She was in there and she was like, well, she was like taking up for you, and Johnson, she just ignored.
Here's another thing that drives me fucking insane. BJ's Crack Shack. You are a fucking adult. You are literally a fucking adult. Are you so miserable in life that that's the only name you can come up with? Like, for real? I just don't get it. It's one thing to be a troll. It's another thing to have these names like you're a fucking child. Stop being a fucking child. BJ's thing was about a fucking child. And then you have stupid fucking comments like this. Like, holy fuck. Grow up.
Of course, no, her comments were blocked and deleted.
Yeah, like I saw
anybody
it.
that goes in and calls her out for her bullshit and her lies blocked.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, like, we hear the video. We don't need you to tell us what your spin on it is. Queen Bean was actually, first off, you could tell that you wasn't okay with it, even when the video, when you was up on the panel,
No,
you
because
was
at
like,
first
I
we
didn't
thought
see
she
it.
put the shit up.
I know. And you could hear it. You could hear it in your voice. She was like, well, I didn't, you know,
And I wanted to go the
I
fuck
can't
off
see.
so goddamn bad. I still wanted to go the fuck off. Matter of fact, I still got in her fucking ass.
And then the next day she was like, well, the only reason that Queen Bee even said anything is because she saw how much backlash Cotton got. No, that's not the way that it sounded to me.
Cotton didn't get a fucking shit ton of backlash. Jones and the bad part is Jessica was sitting in that goddamn chat as the shit was going the fuck on.
Of course she was.
She wasn't outraged then. Sure the fuck didn't have shit to say then. Why the fuck didn't you say a goddamn thing then? Why? What? I mean, all of a sudden you just want to, hold people accountable. Hold your fucking self accountable. For FOIA and a fucking police report specifically about an inappropriate.
Oh, this is fucking Rich coming from her. This is Rich. Again, Queen Bee, you lied about stating that you got a report on Brittany J's child, that you filed a report. That is the only issue here. That is the only thing that Joneson was trying to prove, that you did not file a report. She wanted physical proof, even though we all knew that you didn't. But she wanted to prove you a liar. That's all it was. And it was an inappropriate video being sent to your phone from someone else. How you managed to fool thousands of people are fucking beyond my comprehension. Jesus Christ.
Fucking video of a goddamn child sent to my phone. Why the fuck are you worried about an inappropriate video of my fucking child being sent to my phone?
I know, it's crazy. It's like.
Now, QB isn't dumb. I will give her that. She's not stupid. She knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. Because there's no one up there giving her reality and telling her This was all done because you claim that you filed a report. End of. Nothing else.
It's a reason. It was a reason to try to go after you and your kids. It absolutely was.
That's
And you can
exactly what
tell.
it is. That's exactly what it is.
And how? Okay, let me ask you this: did she have to pay for that FOIA request? Do you have to pay for them?
Sometimes you do. Depends on what all you get.
So that's another problem. Like you're telling me that you were so interested that you paid money for that. Like you
Oh,
paid
she
money to
would have.
dox Queen's kids and her family.
Yeah, she would have. Guarantee she would have. But then had a goddamn complete come apart when I showed a picture of a goddamn alleged abandoned house, she claims. And then she was so fucking distraught, allegedly, that she doxed her own kid's fucking bus stop. There's no bus stop signs there. There's no anywhere around anywhere at all that says anything about a bus stop. She comes on like, oh, that's where my son waits for the bus at an abandoned house by himself on a dead-end road. Excuse me. What? Nobody knew anything about your fucking son. So for you to come out here and say that shit, you're endangering your own fucking child, you big dummy.
It's crazy. Like she used to be like really good friends with you at one time, wasn't she?
Well, she was a snake. She was pretending to be a friend, but she was slithering her little snakish ways around.
See, I didn't watch y'all back then, but
I don't even think you were around back then.
no, I wasn't.
This has been like I said, this has been 2 years. This is 2.5 years ago. Yeah. And of course, I don't have the fucking the redacted photo that was sent to me. I don't the screenshot. I don't have it, so I can't pull it out and show anybody, even if I wanted to. The whole thing got brought back up when she tried to stick up in White Knight for Savage, and then tried to pretend like, she was talking about Granny weaponizing her fucking kids. No, the fuck she wasn't. Granny was never even involved in the fucking conversation.
None of that is true. That is not how this went down. But that's a nice spin. I love how she completely spins it.
She was talking about me. And I said, if I was going to weaponize a situation, motherfucker, I would have done that a long goddamn time ago when I had this fucking screenshot of a redacted fucking photo of your bullshit that your fucking kids uploaded. I don't go after kids, bitch. We don't do that here. Fuck you talking about.
They don't go after kids. Really? That's like saying Granny and Jay don't go real life. You do go after kids, Queen Bee, and you have multiple times. Doxing someone's address who has children means you're going after their kids, directly or indirectly. Showing a bus stop of where a child lives or a house where a child lives, that's doxing them. It's not fucking rocket science. You passed around Brittany's address. You passed around Betty's address. That's going after kids. I'm sorry that you're too dumb to realize that. Or you're not dumb is the wrong word. You're too much of a narcissist to give a fuck.
Miss Sherry dropping 5 of them on us. Thank you. Purple Dragon Shield dropping 5 of them on us. Purple Dragon says the Griffney cult, including Sludge and her snake friends, are imploding themselves. Oh, yeah, and they will. Just let them keep going. Jackie, thank you for becoming a new member. Casual art member for 5 months. Love the hive. I appreciate you guys being here. And like I said, I appreciate the love and the support. I definitely do.
I got to drop down, Queen. My kids are acting up.
All right, baby. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, bye.
Bye. Why the fuck you sat up yesterday and played stupid as fuck like you didn't know what the fuck was going on when you knew damn the fuck well what was going on? You knew damn the fuck well you gave it to him. Because both y'all did not make a fucking FOIA request on the same day at the same fucking time. That is a lie. You're not too good at this, Jones, and you're not too good at this at all. Yeah, they both showed the report, yes. David showed it first, and then she played stupid yesterday and tried to act like she didn't know what was going on. She knew exactly what the fuck was going on. She knew what the fuck was going on. Right. Rage stream crying in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rage streaming for 3 days straight. Probably higher than Cooter fucking Brown on I don't know what, because bitch, goddamn, who fucking stays up and goes off for 3 fucking days over a video that you're fucking trying to twist and lie about? There is no fucking twist in it. It's all right fucking there.
The person twisting it is the one on panel. QB, you have fucking twisted it. I don't know how else to put it, but what a fuck show. I can't believe I'm on almost 3.5 hours. This is going to be like an hour live. But Sly, I do want to say thank you for that paste stuff because it actually worked. I haven't itched since. Exactly, East Coast. She literally fucking streams like 16, 17 hours a day. I think she's smoking too much too. But she found a way to grab what was said and switch it around. Unfucking believable. And I can't believe how many fools fall for it. I understand if you didn't know or you didn't understand it. I get that part. But that's not what this was. She abso-fucking-lutely knew that she was gaslighting everyone. But the mistake was Jones and Sinner should have never put it out there, ever. They could have shown that she was lying without putting it out there. And once she got busted, she kept her mouth shut. And then it got twisted. No, it really works. Like I haven't been. I mean, my foot feels weird because I got meat paste on it, but it actually works. It's sick that they, like I said, they could have fucking done it better to prove she was a liar. But sometimes emotions get involved. But QB set that bar. Look at the shady shit she did with Aileen, calling fucking Dolly. I can't even believe PJ is in there a lot. Like PJ, she stated your boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever the fuck you want to call him, was a kitty diddler for years. And there you are supporting him? The fuck is wrong with you? Meat paste. Yeah, meat tenderizer paste. Hey, it worked. That's one thing I would have never known. But like, BJ, why are you fucking supporting her? A kitty diddler. She went around calling your fucking boyfriend a kitty diddler for like 2 years. And you don't have a problem with that. And you support her. What the fuck is wrong with you? You are the reason why she gets away with everything she gets away with. Not you personally, PJ, but situations like that. Because here, if PJ forgives me of all the shit that I've done and said about her boyfriend, damn, I must be fucking good. I'm golden. When you feed a narcissist like that, and she is definitely a narcissist, when you feed one like that, this is what's going to happen. She knows that she could fucking totally gaslight people. She even went as far as say she didn't say that about Dolly. Really? You didn't? Why? Because all the good clip channel, or what used to be good clip channels, kiss her fucking ass. So no, none of them get it. None of them fucking point out what a piece of shit she is. And all the lies, that being one of them. Another one, she claims that she had nothing to do with the shit being outed about Dolly's kid. Bullshit. Yeah, you did. Dolly's brother. Yeah, you did. You fucking put it out there with your whole crew, Savage, Pirate, I forgot the other one's name, all went down on her channel. She fucking said vile things about Dolly when Dolly was with Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Simon. But all of this is forgotten about. Poor PJ. Oh, yeah. PJ's in her chat all the time. That's why she doesn't say shit about Dolly anymore. Because PJ's in there. And they're all cool. Her supporters don't go that's what I'm saying. It's basic fucking logic. That's the thing that I don't get. It's logic. Everything that I explained today is logic. Or people don't know because they weren't around or they forgot or whatever the situation. But bottom line is, and again, then I'm going to get off because I've been on 3.5 hours. Red Dot Dolly. Yes. Thank you. Red Dot Dolly. And she called him a kitty diddler over and over and over. But again, for those that are new, that might catch us on the rebound, might catch us on a rewind, I'm going to lay it out and make clear as day. Should Joneson have ever given it to Dolly? I mean, to, hold on. Come here. You got to, what is that on your ear? Come here. Should Joneson have ever given it to Sinner? Absolutely not. Was it the absolute wrong thing to do? 100%. Can she take it back once it was done? No. However, if QB didn't lie, none of it would have happened. Ooh, what's... Hold on. We got to get that. What is on your ear? If QB hadn't have lied, that wouldn't have happened. And a FOIA request would have never been made. What is it? I want to make sure it's not a tick. I know. Shut up. Oh, shut up. Little man. Check in her ear. Move. Oh my God. Crazy. I hope it's not a tick either, but it's hard to see in my bedroom light. I'm going to have to bring in a kitchen with a light. But I don't know what it is. We just got 2 of them. So, all right, I'm going to get off and go take care of this because God forbid you touch one of the dogs when the other one's around. But she needs a bath anyway. But by the way, I went to fucking brush Karma's teeth today. I don't know how people brush dogs' teeth. It was not happening. She was not allowing it at all. Get down. So, all right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Get down. Have a wonderful night. Thank you guys so much. It was great seeing you guys. I will see you all later. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you, Truth It Out. Thank you guys for super chats, PayPals, Cash Apps, anything in between. Don't forget, order your candles, energycandles.com. Get down. And I will see you guys later. I gotta go check this. Peace. All right, let's go see what's on your ear. Stop. You